Hey, it's Wednesday, it's 8 p.m. Eastern. It is time to talk Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm Ranger Day 1990 from Team Instinct, and real welcome to our Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes stream. This is the Reality Skewed Gamers channel, and we're here to bring you the latest and greatest of the latest news and notes and tell you what it all means in our stream here. And joining us is the cast and crew of people you've known to come and love. And of course, I'm talking about people such as first of all, he's monitoring the chat. He's looking to see if you're being naughty or nice, and that's Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the troll extraordinaire. Also, we've got a couple people joining us. I think Sir Loki should be here, but we're not sure. He's kind of been busy this week with work, so we'll see. But first we got, of course, the Brown Gandalf himself, the beardless one, the Wi-Fi government stealer, Shiv Master, Grande Pappy Patron. Grande, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening, man? Glad to be here as usual.
Yes, we're always glad to have you. And then also joining us, we've got serving our country in Korea, doing his tour. Of course, is Mr. King Felix. What's going on, King?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, Lord, it's morning there? Jesus. Yes, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman is here, so... Mortal Rompret, I will say your name, and I'll say it when I'm damn well ready. Oh, I just said it. Never mind. So, And I'm drinking tonight because it's Game 2 of the World Series. I will be giving updates as we go along because, well, it's because of my ass shows. Now, Grande, are you ready to apologize for saying the Astros were the Rangers and go Yankees and all that other stuff?
Wait. I thought it was the Minnesota Twins.
Well, everyone say goodnight to Grandpappy Patron. Nice to have him here. I'm calling the authorities. I know where you're at.
The Twins versus the Cardinals tonight, right? We're gonna do commentary.
You're not a good human being, Grande. Very shameful on you. Everybody in Texas, go get Grande. I think we're gonna have to put a hit on your ass. All right, so we're here. Let's knock out all the mechanics. You can see we've got some fun stuff. Obviously, this is going to be an in-depth stream tonight. Got a lot to talk about. If there's anything that drops, which usually does while we're streaming, but once in a while it doesn't. But we've got some great topics for you guys to get into and some things that we want to get off our chest, just like we always do. But you can see we got our funny video of the week, and then we've got our funny image of the week. Also, on the bottom there, you can see our donors. Those are all the people that donated last week. We like to give shout out to everybody and make sure that they give credit for supporting the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so at the super chat function on the bottom. If you donate $20, you join the VIP section, you get full access to us, get insight into what we're doing ahead of time. You can ask us questions, hang out, do all that fun stuff, and when we do other streams, you can come hang out with us there as well. So that's if you'd like to donate. It's on the super chat function. It's on the bottom of the YouTube chat there. Comb Cobra, you're awful. I just saw that threw me completely off. But if you're watching this later on, then you can donate by going to our YouTube homepage, and at the top says support our channel, and you can support us there. That being said, Grande, Finn, crew, I think it's time to do the shout outs. What do you guys think?
Hey, I got a shout out that someone asked me for earlier today, and so I want to make sure I get it before I forget. I need to do a big shout out to Mr. Bent Wookie and Mrs. Bent Wookie.
Okay.
He requested a shout out, and I said absolutely on the RSG stream. I will give Mr. and Mrs. Bent Wookie a big shout out.
Well, thank you. There you go, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. We appreciate it.
And that's a slurp for Mr. and Mrs. Bent Wookie.
Yes, I took a drink on your behalf. But thank you very much for supporting the channel. Glad to always shout out our fans, which we're going to do right now. All right, so we got Ali Booba and the 40 Rebels. We got Grim. We got Brad Steele. Let's see. Boy, Finn, you were writing a lot earlier. I have to go through all this. Oh, yeah, Lord.
McMole was hanging out here earlier.
Hey, McMole. We're going to have him on eventually soon. He's been busy with stuff. Got Graham. We got KP67s. We got Bimatsu. Gary Hallmark. Glad to have you. Doc Brito. Glad to have you here as well. Magor's Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. The Anon 77. Let's see here. Mr. Handros. Glad to have you. Mighty Joe. Glad to have you here as well. Captain Blackbeard, glad to have you here, matey. Sean G, what's up, pimp? Let's see here. Of course, I already said Bimatsu, the spam lover. Let's see here. GOM in the hizzy. Good old Maurice, glad to have you here. Oh my god, I love bananas. I wonder if he loves bananas. Do you love bananas? That's what he wants to know. Scrumpy Jim's here. Hey, Scrumpy. Keyboarder's here from Scotland. I don't think she sleeps. Didn't you have school today, lass? Corey Delmeyer. Raza972. Sith Lord. Hinko 420. Fatality V2. Always glad to have you here. I think I said Corey Delmeyer already. Cone Cobra is here. Grim's here. Probably system names. T-Money! Well, hello, T-Money. It was good, huh? T-Money want to come hang out with us? Let Finn know and he'll put you in here with us. Kagero, konnichiwa. Mortal Womprat, I did say your name already, Mortal, so there you go. Dexter Kilgore. Saludun Abdullah's here. Boy. MJ, all the way from Minnesota, eh? Glad to have you aboard, bro. Jake Naughton. Let's see. Dracular Erdin is here. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going through all this. Slash Vendor Horde, glad to have you here. Brad Steele. Victor Onetta. Kindith, glad to have you here, Kindith. Sir Loki, why are you in chat and not in the damn... You suck, Sir Loki. Get in here.
I am in here, man.
Oh, well, thanks for saying something, butthole.
I'm sorry. I was listening. I was standing for the national anthem right now.
You were not.
I am watching the game, my friend.
I know. We were supposed to do that yesterday, but I guess your work interfered and you didn't get to rub it in that you're...
It did. No, I've been stuck in Kansas City for like the past week, so I'm kind of over it already, but
yeah.
I couldn't miss this stream, so...
Oh, absolutely. Brado4422 Wolfpack is here. Glad to have you. Wildness left the center. That's the way I'm saying your name, brother. Reggae Dragon. Reggae's here. Very nice. All right. So I think that's all the shout outs. I think we got everybody. All right.
He has to be called Cervical Crusader, by the way.
Cervical Crusader?
Yeah, instead of Will Center, L Center, whatever it is. His name is Cervical Crusader.
Cervical Crusader. I'll have to remember that. Or you can just change your name to that. All right. Let's see here. I think that's all the names. What's next? We've got the Twitter question. What is the Twitter question for today? Who's got it?
I have it. So there's kind of a theme with our episode today, which I think you can kind of guess by the Scrooge McDuck in the title. But the question for today on Twitter is another fill in the blank. Rather than SWGOH, my money will be spent on blank.
Grandes will be commissary privileges. Loki will be lightsaber parts. Finn will be porgs. King Felix will be paid leave. But thank you, everybody, for being here. If you have questions, get them in. We've got the Twitter question, so go ahead and answer that, and then we will take all the best ones and the funniest ones, and we'll put it at the end of the stream where we'll kind of shout it out and talk about it and everything. That being said, I think that covers all the machinations that I needed to get to. All right, Finnadoodle.
Nightsister thoughts.
Nightsister thoughts.
This is our next thing we need to talk about is what do we think about the Nightsisters? Do we like them? Do we not like them? Do we think that they... So we'll go around the corn. Let's start with King. Let's start with King Felix. King Felix, what are your thoughts on the three new Nightsisters now that we've been able to see one of them, get a little bit more understanding of what the other two do, the zombie and the spirit?
Yeah, I was looking at him last night before I went to bed. I'm not really sold on it. I don't think they have. I think they're just missing something. I think Zombie's gonna be amazing because apparently she'll just never die. But you can't annihilate her, you can't execute her because
can't reason with her. You can't go on a date with her. You can't. I mean, it's good point.
Did you say you can't go on a date with her?
No, I really can't. No.
Which other Nightsister are you planning on going on a date with?
No, that's the whole point. You can't go
Acolyte.
out. Yeah.
He was planning on going on a date with Acolyte.
Is she the one? Is she wearing a mask?
Isn't that the one you say can take a punch, Grande, or is that Initiate?
No, Acolyte can take a punch, bro.
Okay.
Seriously, she can take a punch.
That's so bad. That's so wrong that I say that.
Yeah, well, you didn't say donkey punch, so that's.
But you know he was thinking it.
Yes.
No, I was. That was you guys. Come on.
What do you mean, Grande? You try to be so good, but we know you're so evil. Just embrace it, man.
He doesn't want us telling people about his thoughts of donkey punching Nightsisters. I mean,
know. We know he has dreams about them, so I mean.
He strikes me more as a DACA kind of guy, anyway.
He does.
No, DACA.
So, Grande, your thoughts?
I like him. So, I mean,
you're the one. This is your WeWork. These are your girls. This was done just for you because nobody else wanted it. But they said, "Oh my God, Grande Patron, he'll quit."
Nobody else wanted it.
We better do some Nightsister love.
Is this team going to be great? Is this team going to be great in Arena? Absolutely. Is this team
in Arena?
Yeah, in Arena.
No.
Full in Arena, they're going to work just fine. Are they going to work great on defense? Absolutely. Are they potentially going to be needed for dark side territory battles? Sure.
Yeah.
Is it a good use of either financial resources or a good use of in-game resources? Probably not. Just going to throw that out there. Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Are they fun? Are they going to be fun as heck? Absolutely. So that's my thought on the ye old Nightsisters.
All right. What about you, Sir Loki? Because I know we played around last Saturday with Mother Talzin. She looks pretty. She's a pretty amazing tune. Not impressed by anything else that they did. I mean, we kind of looked at all this. Your thoughts after playing around with all of them a little bit more.
For me, the jury's still out in terms of Arena. I agree
Same
with Grande
here.
on the other points that they're going to be critical in dark side territory battles. It's too early to tell. I mean, we only have one. In my opinion, the game changer videos can only show you so much because they're just fighting each other and other dev accounts, and they're not the real mods or the real people in your Arena shard that you've been fighting for the past 2 years. So, she might need another piece. I'm not sold yet on a full Nightsister squad because, the CLS meta is just too much right now, I think. GK Xeris is still second, if not, the same as the CLS meta, because those two metas right there are just counters to each other, I think. I think she's going to work best in a hybrid team if you're going to use her in Arena.
Yeah, I agree.
She's pretty squishy. But I mean, the mechanic itself, unless they buff Mother Talzin, I mean, I think we've said this on a couple streams ago that I think Plague has to be irresistible. With the way it works right now, because it's too easy to heal your guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gets rid of Plague. So if they gave Plague another edge where it was irresistible and it went through tenacity up, and it landed, that's one of the issues. I mean, not a lot of people are, can see that in videos is this thing is still a debuff, and it has to have, it's a percentage to land. That's the problem. And everybody has the 15%, potency built in. So if they did some tweaks like that, I think it'll make them more viable. I don't think it'll make them OP. Again, it's because, with Hermit Yoda, with Zeta Barris, with Shore Trooper, you have a lot of really great healers in the game for Arena, and people have overlooked that right now. There have been videos with Imperial Troopers totally dominating like full Nightsister squads. So I think
General Veers.
But again, in real life, who really maxed out their Imperial Troopers? I don't think anybody has. So, but I'll leave it at that. I think the jury's still out. We have to see how the other two pieces are with it. I think the existing Nightsisters, you might be able to play with Ventress a little bit, But again, I think she works best in a hybrid team, maybe like 2 or 3 Nightsisters tops, and then you throw in another 2. But
all right. Let's see here. Finn, did you want to throw in out anything, or?
So I slightly disagree about Talzin. There's a 7-star Talzin that I fight on my shard every day. With the way that Plague spreads, I think trying to stop it at the beginning is pretty much the only way. A lot of times, like there are healers out there. There aren't too many being used in Arena right now. Like even Barris does the equalize first, but when everybody's low on health, because all Plague is doing is eating away at the health, the equalize often doesn't get you enough to get all the way to full health. So I'm not necessarily sure that Plague needs much of a change. I think I'm kind of with Grande overall that I think they're pretty viable in Arena. My disappointment comes with Zombie. I'm kind of sick of all basically the new abilities negating other abilities, because now you have an ability for Nihilist that says that if they get killed, that they can't be revived. And then you have Zombie saying that she can't not be revived.
Just kidding. Well, it's okay. We're all waiting for the rework of Greedo, where it's Greedo shoots first. Even when Han Solo is there, he shoots before Han Solo.
How dare you?
We're waiting for that rework.
So
Greedo
shoots first with a 90% chance it'll miss.
Only gets Han Solo.
Got that 10%, right? So
yeah, only gets Han Solo. Una
Solo. It's annoying because so I think Talzin is cool because I think Plague is kind of like its own unique ability. It's kind of going away from protection. It's not really countering to. It's not like a counter to anything else in particular. So I kind of like the concept of Plague. I think Zombie is just kind of stupid. And it's the same reason why CLS was kind of stupid to begin with, because he's basically just negating half of the different abilities that are in the game. And I'm not really a fan of that being the way that you do it. It's kind of just thoughtless programming where you're just like, oh, well, this is this. What can we do to counter it? And you just negate it. So now CLS ignores taunt, and he just puts on buff immunity. And he takes away turn meter. It's like, yeah, let's just throw everything on there. And Zombie isn't much different. Let's just make it so Nihilist can't do anything. So, yeah, let them have fun with Nihilist being useless now. Despite him kind of being a Legends character, he wasn't that easy to farm. I know they put him in Shard Shop for a little while, but he's like a single hard node. He's not... I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Zombie kit overall for the game.
Well, the bigger question with the Nightsisters is this is the second character now, but Wicket being the first, and now Mother Talzin being the next one, to where they've put it without question behind a paywall. Like, if you want to farm them, it's going to take you like
2 years.
You know, roughly 2 years to do the free to play route.
On.
Without buying any packs.
You can be the minnow guy, right? You could be a minnow guy. You could buy a $10 pack. You could refresh the thing every time it comes around, and you'd cut that from 27 months down to about 12 or.
Oh, a year. 9. Okay, so wow. Okay, a year. Okay, well that makes a big difference.
I spent a year without Rex and did just fine in Arena.
I know. But it's a trend that they've been doing with some of these characters. It's where it's because Wicket was the first one, Mother Talzin was the second.
Does anybody really care about Wicket?
There are people.
I love you.
I could give a shit less about Wicket. I could give a shit less. It's the trend that I'm concerned about. I don't care what character.
Honestly, I love Wicket as a character personally, right? But I don't really care about him in the game that much. Yeah. But the fact that they attach Wickets to it, Zetas to it, to the fact of needing a 7-star Wicket kind of changes things.
So it's two Zetas a month, right?
It is. But the way that this trend is going, so there's this, I think we discussed it either last week or the week before or something, where if you were going to try and Zeta every single character and you spent all of your Fleet Arena tokens on just getting Zetas and you were getting number 1, it would take you like what was it? I think 4 years or something.
Yeah.
In order to get all of the characters Zeta fully. So Zetas are at a premium, so even 2 Zeta math when people are going with like 2-week streaks of not getting a single Zeta from the challenges is kind of a big deal.
I don't know. It's I mean, I understand CG's a business, right? They got to make money, and they're making money. If you look at their financials, they're doing just fine. However, this trend of, they laid out before their plan. We'll bring character in for this amount of time, then they'll go here, then they'll go here, then they'll go here. Well, that's out the damn door. So basically CG full of shit on their plan, right? because some characters they have, some they've gone completely off the reservation with it, and then some, like, I don't know what they were doing. It's like here and then here. It's like wait. What about the plan? We had a plan. For and not that So for me, it doesn't bother me. I'm kind of whalish, and so are other players. I can make a decision whether I want to play it or not. Right. The thing I have a problem with this is because there's so much happening in the game, and there's more coming down the road, which they've announced. It is becoming more and more to the point that people are going to have to make a decision in this game. One, if they want to invest financially, and two, do they want to invest time? Because the stuff coming down the line with everything else, territory battles, a lot of time consuming, right? Especially for officers and stuff. We already talked about this. But now you're starting to throw in this financial thing where you're having to make the decision, do I want to spend any money whatsoever on this game, and who do I spend it on, and stuff like that. That's the thing that is concerning me. And when you put somebody like Mother Talzin, who is a pretty good character, they did a good job with her. She has a lot of viability, especially when it comes to territory battles, Darkside. And we don't know where that's coming in, but it's coming down the line. And they're putting these characters, behind a paywall. What if they make Mother Talzin somebody unique for Darkside territory battles?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Then we're going to end up with a post that says, "Oh, well, you need to recruit somebody into your guild that already has her."
I know, and that just shows how far CG has her head up their ass. That's the most ridiculous post I've ever heard them post.
So here's kind of a way to kind of fix this, right? In my opinion, one way is that every time that event comes back, like the Wicket event or the Mother Talzin event, put the Mother Talzin for the $12.99 crystal pack back in the regular packs. So that way, if somebody does want to rapid farm them, they didn't just get, "Oh, you didn't get it during the the first 2 weeks that it was available, so now you're screwed. Thanks." Just put the pack back in there. What do you care if people spend 1,300 crystals, 700 times, and they spend $200 this month, or they spend $200 next month?
Right.
Just let them. Just at least that way, it gives people the option. There was no straight up Wicket pack this time, which means that if somebody did want to get a 7-star Wicket, they had to spend more, not less. Typically, the longer something's around, it's either the same price or it's a mildly lower price. It's not a higher price. So that was my biggest problem with the way the Wicket thing came out. We'll see.
We will.
Felix, what do you? What are your thoughts on this conversation?
Well, I have spent some pesos in this game once upon a time, but I'm not going to spend any more until they revise their business model. So they've gone without any money from me for the past, I think, 3 months, and will continue to do so until they stop charging about $20 for 5 shards. Is pretty much what it comes down to.
It's pretty steep, man. It is pretty steep. Yeah.
And it's kind of ridiculous. So
we went from 10 to 330 to 5 to 330 for the same.
Yeah.
Price. Oh.
And I was thinking about it when I first started playing, which was a little over a year ago, and I was thinking about some of the packs that they had that were good deals. Like, some of the packs weren't even bad deals. You got, I think there was the Jedi power up pack was, you unlock 5 Jedi, and it was like $20. But now you get 5 shards for $20 of one character that you need 330 shards of. So I don't think they're ever going to revise their business model. So that means I'm going to have to put my money somewhere else. Which
it's $1 a shard effectively right now. For Mother Talzin.
That's
$1 a shard.
That's too much for me. That's too much. I have enough things to spend money on. So I have a good enough base with my roster that if the Nightsisters are needed for Darkside territory battles, then I might just have to go to a lesser inclined guild. I don't want to, but if they need people with Nightsisters, I'm probably going to be on the short end of that stick. So.
I think a lot of people are,
Yeah.
It's just
not a faction. A lot of people. It's not a faction. A lot of people go after.
Well, it's the thing they've been doing lately, where they're pushing people to have to get factions, but they've pulled people in so many different directions.
They have, and it's not utility type characters either, right? It's not a character that's oh, this is a good raid character. This is a good territory battle. This is a good guild character to have. This is a good, arena character to have. This is a good ships character to have. This is a good PvE content character to have. You have characters that are like that. Kylo Ren, Qui-Gon Jinn, Barriss, right? Stormtrooper Han. These are all characters that you could say there's tons of utility in that character, right? Or there's this character has multiple areas where it has value. Some of those characters Resistance, the entire Resistance squad has value in pretty much every area of the game. But some of these characters, it's like, why would I spend all of this time on this character to use them in only one area of the game that might work, might not? It's still paper, rock, scissors when we get all said and done. In other words, the counter to Nightsisters is already in your collection somewhere.
Yeah, it's already been demonstrated.
It may not be leveled up, or it may need a Zeta. It may be Thrawn and Shore Trooper. It may be Veers with a Zeta. It may be the rise of Chirrut and Baze again. You want to talk about people that hit hard and actually do a real heal. Chirrut and Baze, buddy. How many times you hit Chirrut and you hit him, and when it's his turn, he's back at full health again?
It's a nightmare.
I just don't think that guy's ever going away. So, yeah, Nightsisters are great. I love Nightsisters. Do I wish they had kind of done it? You
love them so much, Grandy. Why don't you marry them?
I will. I'm going to marry all of them.
Oh Lord.
So we had a new Affinity. You want to move on to the next topic? We had a new forum guidelines post about exactly what's supposed to go in. So they've now it's the original post from August of 2017, now updated on October 23rd. Basically says use the search feature and do not duplicate. Okay. You can be banned for making a duplicate post.
That is the silliest thing I've ever heard.
First of all, you're going to
ban someone for making a duplicate post. What does that even mean?
What it means is if someone's like, Zeta Barriss is OP, basically they're saying that you cannot make another post where you think Zeta Barriss is OP for some other reason.
So you get banned for that?
It's the very first item on the list.
Mm-hmm.
It says repeated repostings will result in a temporary ban. I think that, if multiple people have...
So what happens in this scenario where two people are posting at the same time, one post before the other one?
Exactly.
They have to clarify what they're trying to say here.
No joke. Because,
that's ridiculous.
Infinity wants to make a post about Resistance, and I want to make a post about Resistance. And Infinity makes his post.
The different subject content.
And then 3 hours later, I make a post about Resistance. While they are similar, that's a judgment call, right?
But I think this is something different. So I'm reading this, right, and I'm thinking they're intending something else to be what they're targeting, and it's not coming across that way. It's just coming across as
so maybe
really
we need
stupid.
more clarification.
Yeah, what I think they're trying to say is they do all those like post mergings, right, when people have the same content. So I think what they're trying to say is, let's say I make a post about Barriss being OP, and then you make a post about Barriss being OP, and then they merge it into the same thread. But then you post again that Barriss is OP despite it being there. I think that's what they're talking about, where if your post gets merged and then you don't like that, then you just post another time again. Because I've seen people do that on the forums. It's like, I don't want my post to be merged, and then they'll just create it again. I think that's what they're targeting.
Well, then why don't they say that?
Poorly.
Yeah.
Then just say that. Say, we reserve the right to merge posts, and we're going to merge your posts if we feel like it, and don't get your feelings hurt. Okay, great. Problem solved. Be descriptive.
Yeah, that one sounds a little too ambiguous. And if it's word, just going by the way it's worded, it's like, what are you, an ass clown? Who would write something like that?
So, be Basically, they want you to write they want you to be a good writer.
They want you to be a researcher.
You have 14-year-olds that are playing.
Don't ask questions. Look up stuff first.
Yes, I should look up a topic before I post. What if I just want to post my own thoughts about it? I have to post it somewhere else, So
I'm a little. So people say. it seems like what they want is to reduce the trolling on the official forums.
But
they're kind of going about it with too many rules. I mean, we have very few rules on the RSG stream.
No.
Pretty much, like, and by having fewer rules, we get more of a fluid exchange of ideas.
Right.
I mean, there's times whenever I jump all over Ranger when he's in the middle of talking, and I interrupt the crap out of him, and it's terrible. But I do it.
It's not on purpose.
Same with our guests.
Yeah, that's it. Finn, new rule. Every time Grundy does that, ban. Every time he says a word wrong, ban.
But honestly, I want to make sure that we're having a really good exchange of ideas, and I feel like that by putting some of these limiters, you're not going to get a better exchange of ideas. You're actually going to get less good exchange of ideas. I mean, someone's going to go, "Oh, well, screw this. I'm just going to go to Reddit." I mean, that's what they're like. Well, am I doing it right? Am I not doing it right? I don't know. Posting with capital games or EA in the title or thread is discouraged. That's fine. They've said this before. Don't put that in the title. It's also discouraged. You don't get it. You don't get banned for it.
Right.
I mean, we discourage people cussing. It doesn't mean accidentally something doesn't come out every once in a while.
If someone says cock-a-doodle-doo, we don't get upset about it.
Okay, the next one is calling out moderators or officials. It says avoid creating threads with the names of the admins, calling out mods or other employees in the titles.
Why?
Threads of this manner.
I actually tend to agree with that one.
I'm okay with this one. This is the same as what's on Reddit. Basically, it's like don't tag people, don't call them out for whatever reason. I sort of get that, but the other thing too is that sometimes something is really important and you really want to make sure that someone sees it. Like let's say you're giving a compliment, right? Like you're giving a compliment
this
to somebody.
Is in the title.
Well, no. The in the title is no EA or Capital Games. Fine. But the calling out moderators or officials, this is like at.
No, but it says in the title.
So just not in the title.
Oh, it's just with the names of the admins, calling out mods or other employees in the title.
Okay, so we can do a title. So example, we can do a title where it's like, Grundy likes poopy. And then we can say, hey, Cozy Spoon, I found out Grundy likes poopy.
At Cozy Spoon, by the way, just so you know, Grundy likes. Yeah, okay, I got it. Gotcha. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because there have been posts where people like and I mean, obviously, you have to control some of the people that are just really. It's one thing to be kind of like constructive and negative, but there's some people that are just like mean and like worse trolling than I am, like mean trolling. Yeah, and they just put like this person, and they put like a mod's name is X, Y, and Z in the title. It gets really bad.
Do not post in all caps. Can I tell you? I think that using caps lock is fine in certain instances. Where you maybe you write a whole paragraph about something, and then in the bottom, the too long don't read is in all caps. I don't see that as a problem. One sentence in caps, one or two words in caps, fine. Typing an entire post in caps is probably not the greatest thing. So do not post in all caps. As long as they're saying, okay, if everything is not all caps, that's fine. I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool with whatever. So the next item here is no swearing. Makes sense. We have kids around. We have kids. It is the official forums. Don't use cuss words. I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
No refund topics or posts. I'm fine
with that.
I would be okay if people were like, I think I deserve a refund for this.
Well, they should just create a section for that, but I mean that should just go to
No boycotting or petition threads. No boycotting I would be okay with. Petition threads, like for example,
no.
hashtag 600.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with a hashtag.
Sorry.
It's their definition of petition that's kind of loose that makes this kind of questionable.
So it's the purpose of the forums is to promote the game. The nature of the forums is to discuss, and interest will naturally be important and relevant topics to light. Boycotting and petitions do not constitute a useful or productive forum. That's the part, the last sentence here. Boycotts or petitions do not constitute a useful and productive forum. A petition is very useful.
Yeah.
A boycott, I would agree, is normally not very useful.
I mean, that's not in there, but a petition?
A petition that says, like, hey, guys, can you really put in...
Darth Revan. Let's get a petition started for Darth Revan.
Let's get a petition started for Darth Revan. We really want to see, or you know what? I really want to see Jabba the Hutt party barge Leia in the game. And so if I really want to see Jabba the Hutt party barge Leia in the game, can I start a petition that says CGEA, please? Well, not the title. Developers, please include party barge Jabba the Hutt's party barge.
Just say Grandi likes poo.
Grandi likes poo and Nightsisters.
Yeah.
Apparently. Keep it PG.
I want to interrupt really quick here, Grande.
Okay.
I have to say I love our viewers. If you guys aren't watching, if you're watching this later, you're missing out on the live stream. So when we said we couldn't tag people wrote that I would be sad that I couldn't swoon over Cozy Spoon on the forums anymore. As soon as you talk about caps and keeping it clean, we have people writing in caps and cursing in our chat. Oh man, I love our viewers.
Yeah. So next item on the list is keep it PG. This kind of goes back to the no cussing again. This is for all ages and an open forum to all. Keep it PG. Any topics, gifts, commentary, or content that is overly explicit, sexual in nature will be deemed inappropriate and removed. So, for example, we advertise for this stream on the official forums. However, typically in the bottom, I say not age appropriate for all ages when I post it. Basically saying that I don't know what Ranger's going to say sometimes. So don't put your 11-year-old. Don't say, oh, here, I'm going to plop you up with YouTube for my 11-year-old or my 8-year-old that likes the game and have them watch us. Our stream is not meant for those people. So I try to put a slight disclaimer underneath. So that way, you know, somebody's parents don't go, oh, I know you like the Star Wars game. Go watch Ranger. And then all of a sudden she's like, Mommy, what's a douchebag? I mean, so yes, keeping it PG, totally agree. Unwanted topics.
Well, how does Slave Leia fit into that description?
You mean Jabba the Hutt party barge Leia?
No, he means Slave Leia.
How does she fit into that in terms of content?
So I think that it was a PG movie when that movie came out. So I would have to say that any image of Jabba the Hutt party barge Leia that you wanted to put on the screen would be just fine because the movie was PG. So if it's a pick for the movie, it's fine. Unwanted topics. Advertising. What? I guess that means I can't. It's posts and user feeds that contain the following elements per the judgment of the forum staff are not permitted. Advertising. We advertise for this stream on there. Is that a problem? I don't know.
I think they mean for money, though. That's usually what they mean. Like advertising like a product for sale or something. We really are just advertising to bring the community together. So
once again, the number 2 item on here must be super important. All caps posts. I'm sorry, I don't get offended if someone writes.
I don't understand that one. I think they're being tight asses on that.
I really do not get offended by that at all whatsoever.
Whether it's in caps or not, I mean, that's subjective. Just because you find offensive does not mean that it's so stupid.
I have some customers and some salesmen that literally every email I get from them is in all caps. They're not screaming. It's just the way they type. And it's okay. I have a guy who doesn't use spaces. He puts a period between every word and does not use spaces when he talks. I'm like, you know what? I can figure it out. I can figure out what he's talking about. Bumps or necroing a thread. I sort of get this one. I sort of don't. It's all right.
It depends on what you're doing. I mean, when you're guild recruiting, you're definitely bumping your posts.
Right.
I think some people do it a little bit too, like every 5 minutes type thing.
But I got criticized once for writing a response, and then instead of editing my original response, I posted a second response. And my thought was, I had a separate thought, so I wrote a separate response. And they're like, no, if you're the last person to post in a thread, you need to edit your original response and not do that. And I got told that I got given some kind of imaginary strike or something for that. And I was like, really? And it was from like 4 months earlier. It wasn't even something that I did like a day or two ago. It was 4 months ago. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Discouraging of other users to play the game, discouraging other users to make in-game purchases, discussions of moderation. I think discussions of moderation should definitely happen. If you don't like something or you feel like something is unjust, why the heck can't you have a discussion? A discussion is not a debate. A discussion is not calling somebody. Encouragement of illegal activity, I'm fine with that. Flaming, harassment,
That's goes without.
All obscenity, fine with that. Personal defamation, I'm fine with that. Political or religious discussions, agreed it shouldn't go on there.
Well, that one is interesting.
Political
Don't they have an off-topic forum?
Yeah.
They might.
I mean, in general, I tend to avoid it anyways because usually that ends up in angry arguments and stuff. But they have the off-topic forum for.
But I guess politics and religion can get too heated, you know, especially in today's climate. I could see them not wanting to get on there.
Do we really want an 11 or 12-year-old reading it? Probably not.
I don't know if you really want an 11 or 12-year-old just on the forums by themselves anyway.
Well, it's 2017, Finn.
They
have to learn eventually.
Grande is what, like 87 and still can't read? How do you expect an 11-year-old to?
Yeah, it's true, you know.
I'll show you my AARP card. Okay, so post bashing CG or EA, or dev team, or moderators. We already talked about that. Posting threatening to harm forum users, people, or living things.
Well, that goes without.
I'm surprised you went over the post bashing EA, CG, and dev team and stuff.
But they already like explicitly said. Well, they said don't call them out. Now they're saying you can't bash them.
Mm-hmm. That's why we exist. Don't worry, guys. We got you covered.
I know.
We got you covered on the bashing thing. It's why there's probably 17. Look, there's 122
it depends on what
watching. There's 122 people watching right now. There's 122 people, 121 people watching right now. Of those 121, 122, 10% of them work for EA, right? Because at some point everyone wants the truth, which is why we have all these devs that watch our forum, watch our stream. It's because they're like, oh wait, we're getting fed Velveeta everywhere else. Why don't we actually go somewhere where people are actually allowed to have freedom of speech? Like, I don't know, the oldest, longest running SWGOH stream in the history of the game.
That's what we keep it real here, man. I mean, listen. Listen.
I guess it depends on how they define bashing, right? Like, if they do the personal defamation, which I understand,
totally agree about personal,
that kind of stuff. But at what point is criticizing what's going on in the game going to be considered bashing?
Right. The other thing, so for example, let's say there's a post, right, by somebody like Top Hat. Top Hat makes one of these like State of the Galaxy type posts, right? And somebody else makes a post that says,
Ronnie likes poopy.
At CG Top Hat, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong, and lists like 7 different things. Is that technically bashing? I wouldn't call it bashing. I would call it extending the conversation. However, I guess they call it bashing. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
It's really that's ambiguous, right?
It's ridiculous. It's not ambiguous. It's ridiculous.
It's like Ranger and Infinity. They're the ambiguously gay duo. It's just like them. So next one here is post threatening harm to forum users, people, or living things. We don't have a problem with that. Posts on how the game is dead or is going to die or something, or anything along those lines.
That's our entire stream.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say, you just introduced a ghost and a zombie. They're dead.
I don't think that's what they meant, Grande.
It says anything along those lines.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Again, a little bit ambiguous. Racism, not a problem.
Yeah, we don't put up with that shit here either.
Rage quitting, discouraging goodbye posts. I'm fine with that. Repeat posting. Again, about the repeat posting.
Don't understand that one.
Sexism.
Yeah, don't put up with that shit either. Next.
I really think that Big's dark.
Don't even go there, Grande.
I mean, is that coming? Come on. I mean, is that sexist for me to say that?
That what?
I don't know.
He's got a porn mustache.
Big's dark letters mustache is kind of handsome. Yeah.
No, that's
is that sexist. Is that sexism?
No, that's if you want to lick it. If you
no. I don't want to lick it. I just think it looks good.
Oh well,
that's all I'm saying.
Want to take it for a ride?
Again, I did not want to take it for a ride. We're not doing a dirty.
So, is there anything else that sticks out? Because I want to make a statement about all this.
Illegal users that post real life threats. users that promote hacking, users that post inappropriate.
I think the rest of it is pretty straightforward.
Reporting potential cheaters. Here you go. I have free speech or First Amendment rights. The forums is a privately owned space and is run by terms and use of conditions. It's true.
That is true.
The forums is state-run media. For anyone who didn't understand that the forums is state-run media, it's owned by the developer of the game. It's run by people who work for the development of the game. Absolutely. Us getting upset that we don't get to post what we want on the forums is like us getting upset that we're not getting the real, fair, unbalanced truth in media whenever we go look at news media for people in China.
No talking about politics or religion.
God damn it, Grande! You're already violating the terms.
I'm screwing it up. I gave an analogy and I screwed it all up. Basically,
Grande, you're messing up.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to go somewhere where you have free speech, go to YouTube or Reddit, man. That's all. That's where you have free speech. Go there. It's a third party, so a third party is going to have their own rules of terms and conditions. Go there instead. I've been banned from the community. What do? Take a break, walk away, play some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. There are perma-banned members.
There are quite a lot.
And if you go way back in the forums to like a really old post and you scroll down, you'll see like all of these no sign names. That means those people are permanently banned, and then they have these jail terms. They have this really crazy set of rules on whether someone's in jail or someone's been banned. I think it's really strange. There's one person who Ranger and I know very well. He's a member of TI. Super dude. Super helpful. Every once in a while goes a little cray-cray on the forums. Why are you going to ban that guy? Why don't you have a conversation with... If someone is uber helpful 90% of the time or 95% of the time, and 5% of the time they go off the freaking deep end, why don't you have a conversation with them about when they go off the deep end?
That's the thing that I don't understand about... some of this stuff is pretty obvious, right? Racism and all this other stuff. Some of it is as in Grandi says, ambiguous. However, what I think CG is failing to realize is that if you want to have an open dialogue with people and you're going to put all these rules and stupid things, you're not really getting an open dialogue. If you can't take someone calling you a cocksucker, then I'm sorry. Listen, this is not a professional work environment. It's true. You guys own the forums. You can control it however you want. I myself agree, cussing and all that other things. However, if you can't take someone giving you constructive criticism and stuff like that, then you're really not growing. If you don't want to have input and you want to control the dialogue, fine. You're not going to have everybody on the forums posting anything substantive that you really want. If someone doesn't agree, there's so many things in there that's like, if you don't say it a certain way, and if it's bashing or whatever, that's subjective.
Or they don't like your meme.
Everything's subjective, right?
The
thing is, it is privately owned. Fine. Here's the thing. The forums, if you really want to state your opinion, you can come to our forums and you can state whatever, as long as it's not racist or sexist. That goes without saying, right? Those are just obvious things, right? But someone saying I'm quitting or someone saying I'm very upset about something, that's how you engage your customers. That's how you gauge the community. If someone says, I don't like something, as long as it's done in a certain way, I don't know why that's such a bad thing. You could say it's bashing and ban them. Ban everybody, CG. Go right ahead. That's dumb shit. I'm sorry. It really is. And you guys think your shit doesn't stink, then you're wrong. Guess what? People will come here and we'll call it like it is.
People make mistakes, right?
Absolutely.
Even large companies.
Come on. We are absolutely fair. We are absolutely fair.
Crystal Pepsi are two reasons of where huge corporations made monstrous mistakes, right?
Yes.
They happen, right? Everyone's fallible. So if everyone's fallible, let's including developers that make a Star Wars game. So
yeah, it's one thing to say a developer's a dickhole and not give any. I don't even put up with that, right? You just look stupid. That's dumb. But if I go in there and say so and so, this aspect of the game I don't agree with, I don't like it, blah blah blah, I think you did a poor job. That's not
yeah,
bashing.
If somebody calls out the devs and says the problem with territory battles is you've limited the timers and you've limited the characters that can be used anywhere to the point where there is no way to theory craft inside of territory battles. Therefore, it is not a good game mode.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? That, first of all, that's not a bad thing to say.
No,
and it's actually kind of true. So the fact that they're upset they don't like something, and that they tell you why they don't like it and how they don't like it and how you could fix it, I think stuff like that should stay.
Here's the thing that gets me, that cracks me up. You know, they have all these rules in the forum and stuff, but I know devs listen to this. You know why they listen to this?
Yes, monstrosal is a word, B-Monsel. It's a monstrosal. It's a monstrosity. I don't know what.
But we say it how it is, you know, and we're on the outskirts of whatever, looking in, and we can say and do whatever we damn well please, you know. And you can take our opinions of things, and you can listen to it, and you can make up your own mind about it. You know, when CG does good, we give them credit, right? We've done it tons of times on the show. But when they mess up, we're going to burn their balls. I'm sorry. As I've stated 1,000 times, I'm here for the community. We can also say that
this is awesome and this sucks, and what they just released at the exact same time. It's just like I could say, you know, I could say I like bacon, but I don't like the cheese. I mean, in a burger. I mean, this is, and I can still tell you I enjoy the burger. Just don't like the cheese.
No, yeah. King Felix, your thoughts, my friend. Me and Gron have been kind of going off on a tangent here. I'm trying to control myself.
Are we talking about territory battles in specific, or these?
No, we're just talking about the forums and stuff.
Talking about the forums and all the revised rules on being able to post on the forums.
Right. So I was just taking out my dog, but I was hearing you guys talk about this before, and I had a thought about these forums and the way the game is going. And first of all, you can, you know, the forums are their thing. It's a private practice, so they can make any rules they want. But then everyone's just going to move to Reddit, and who cares about the forums? So you're just going to lose traffic by doing that. So I think you're really shooting your own foot off.
They have to spite your face.
Yeah.
Monstrosal is when you do colossal and monstrosity together.
Just give up, Grande. You messed up again. So
it's not a. Grande, give me your address. I'm sending you a dictionary.
It's not going to help.
How is he going to read it?
It's going to be on tape. It's going to be on tape.
Dictionary on tape.
King Felix, I think we're in agreement, if agreement was such a word.
Agreement, yeah, we are in agreement. Yes, we are. But one thing I was thinking about...
Agreements.
With all these...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're in that case, Grande.
I know, anyway. I do it on purpose.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Half the time.
You heard it here, folks. It's all on purpose.
No, it's on purpose.
Sure it is.
That agreement is a monstrosal.
Anyway, I keep messing up your point, King Felix. So let me be quiet so you can finish your point.
Just the one point I wanted to make with the we're talking about the paywall characters and their release cadence that they followed for like 3 characters. But what happened to actually earning something in the game like it used to be? Because you used to have to put together 5 Jedi to get Yoda, had to put together 5 Rebels to get Palpatine, and you have to defeat the heroic pit and the heroic tank to get Solo and Kenobi. But instead, it's just like, oh, swipe your credit card here and you can have any character you want. I want some sort of achievement process.
It'd be nice.
Like Vader. Yeah. Remember how long we fought for Vader?
Oh, my goodness. Before he was in the fleet, before the fleet store, before he was in the shard shop every day. Now it's not even an accomplishment, to be honest. But
you're like, oh. He's a day 7 player, and he has a 7-star Vader. You guys good with that? Okay, great.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's move on.
All right. Meta report.
I don't even know.
I wonder if it's different.
No.
Let's see.
This week's meta report, we changed it up. Is brought to you by Baby Ranger J 1999 Adult Diaperoos. For those times you're drinking on stream and you've really got to pee your pants in comfort. Ranger J 1999 Adult Diaper Baberoos.
Nice.
Those were sorely needed.
You're seeing a few characters move around 1 or 2 percentage points, but it's not as far as leader.
I'm semi-surprised
about what.
there's no Mother Talzin lead anywhere.
I don't think she's a great lead. I mean, as a character, maybe you probably.
I mean, I just faced the team earlier. It's a fairly decent team. I mean, it's definitely going to be a whale team. The team that I faced was Talzin lead with Daka, Asajj Ventress, Kenobi, and Xeris. And I mean, it was a pretty solid team.
Here's the challenge is last updated 6 days ago. You see at the top?
Oh yeah.
That would probably be why.
Yeah,
SWGOH just
doing the servers.
Update.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a little messed up.
Well, then why are we covering this?
Looks exactly the same as last week. If you don't know, go look.
This is poor planning. Who did this?
Who did the agenda? That's all I'm saying.
I blame Finn.
I blame my porg.
And Houston's taking a 1-0 lead over LA, top of the third. They've got one out, another base hit, so man on first and second.
Here, give me about 5 seconds, and I'll give you the same update.
Hey, I'm joined by King Felix tonight, who's all the way in Korea, eating those delicious Korean barbecue ribs. Hell, I could eat a whole plate of those.
All right, so CG Rydigs did a little post here.
Oh.
That's what our next thing is. Wicket, Mother Talzin, Nightsister Spirit, Nightsister Zombie, moving forward. Basically says this is how you're getting Wicket for the foreseeable future.
Well, you're an idiot.
And he won't be available in shipments.
Well, you're really an idiot.
For the immediate future. But he may eventually find a home.
Oh. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Mother Talzin, you'll get from the event for now.
Idiot.
The following, this is the new release cadence, by the way. We've kind of already talked about it. Is here's how you get characters.
It changed again?
Well, no.
They never followed the first one, so it's not like a change.
Oh, well.
They did, and then they're like, well, we're breaking it for this one character because we have to bring Thrawn out. So you guys get these characters early, you guys get these characters late. It's very, very strange. But anyway, this is the new release cadence.
Okay.
Right.
Which is basically
the new improved release cadence.
That they get a marquee event, they get some other events that you play. Then in a few weeks they go to chromiums, and then after another 4 to 6 weeks, the event comes back, and then it comes back once a month until you finish. Done. That's it.
Well, we've been told that before.
Oh, by the way, Nightsisters will do this. By the Nightsister Spirit and Zombie will do this. Yeah, wait 3 months, and this release cadence will change.
Probably before that.
Wait 3 months. Wait 3 months, and this release cadence will change.
So this is the problem that I've had with what they're doing. Forget about the fact that it's going to take 2 years in order to farm these characters, right? Just to put that aside for a second. All of their changes lately have completely changed the way that people started playing this game. I think we all kind of know at this point, right? The newer players are going to have a much harder time ever catching up to where people started, people who started at the beginning. Most games usually have some kind of way that newer players can kind of catch up to the older players. They'll never reach there. They have to pay if they want to get there, but there's usually a way that they can catch up. With the need for all of these different characters, not changing the way that they're farmed, not giving anything for newer players. Newer players have a really hard time ever getting to the same level as
barrier. It's called barrier to entry.
Yes,
and the barrier to entry is insanely steep right now in this game.
And when we started, though, just think about all of the different things that kind of made up this game that have changed, and it's kind of like a fundamental change to the game itself. This is, in the end, I know we've discussed this a while ago, Grande, about what exactly type of game this is. Is it a collection game? Is it a resource management game? I think in the end, now it's kind of shown itself to be a resource management game. Mm-hmm. That is what it is. You're trying to get different resources. You're building your roster. Collection is part of it, but I think overall, I think you would agree that this is a resource management game, right?
Agreed.
Big time.
And when you started out the game, there were certain parameters. First off, arena, and we've harped on this. I'm not going to go into super detail, but arena was a 6 to 7 p.m. in your time zone type of thing. I think 5 to 6 for some other people, depending on where you were in daylight savings and all of that. But it was a 6 to 7, 5 to 6 type of thing. now they added the new hour for Fleet Arena because there's actually crystals involved. And crystals are the freemium currency, so they definitely have a value. To think otherwise is just to be ignoring parts of the game. The addition of crystals in and of itself into Fleet Arena allowed you to get 400 more crystals when previously you could have gotten, I think, around 625 or something if you did your Galactic War, if you got first in Arena. And
like 1,000 a day. I mean, it's good in a lot of ways. I mean, they're giving more stuff.
It's good, but it's completely devalued the value of the crystals. In a resource management game, if you start just giving away 40% more, in fact, it was actually 66% more of what your free crystals were potentially every single day, you're going to devalue the crystal, which is what the freemium currency is. And so now you kind of just changed the economy entirely for a game that's reliant on the freemium currency, first off. I think, and I don't have the stats necessarily, but I think that most of the purchases were for like crystals in order to get gear, because gear for the longest part was kind of the purchase thing that people would buy. And
real quick, Finny, can somebody give Keyboard food? All I see in chat from her is just about food. Somebody feed her.
She's always hungry. You can feed her and she'll be hungry. Like
I know. She's a growing lass. I understand that, but sweet mother of Christ, get that woman get her some cake. Jesus, God, somebody in Scotland, step up.
You have somebody that loves bananas too. Why is he?
Yeah, bananas. You're slacking off.
Yeah. Banana lovers should give some bananas to Keyboard.
And not Mimi bananas. I mean, like real bananas. Mail her some bananas. I mean, put them in a sealed package. Do something. Love of God, feed this woman. Sorry, right. I feel so bad. It's like she's starving.
So we need another tweak on the cadence. Apparently.
Well, it's not just that. Now you look at what they did with Wicket and Talzin, right? Previously, the hardest things that you would have to farm were the characters that had a single hard note. Those, in and of itself, would take you. I mean, now it's a little bit quicker because it's they've made it 5 attempts instead of 3. But previously, even then, it would take you about 10 months in order to complete. So now they're introducing something that's going to take 2 years. Now, if they change the cadence, where I'm going to just throw this out there. If they decide, this once a month thing isn't really all it's cracked up to be, let's go ahead and change it. Think about what they've essentially done. They've said that it's going to be once a month. If you calculate it out and you're not buying any of the packs, then you're going to be basically waiting 2 years in order to get the character 7-star. So people are going to essentially panic farm. So you've either promoted panic farming or you've intentionally set a cadence that's going to require people to spend money. How is that a model that really fits anything that this game was essentially started on? It's not a resource management game anymore. To what Felix was saying earlier, it really is just an attempt by them that kind of says, okay, give me your money now. We don't have any more thought into the gameplay. And it's kind of disappointing the way that this game has kind of been going.
Mortal Warbrand just donated $4. He said, in honor of Finn's GPA, makes us all look dumb. This has been Medical Hour with Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman. He'll be here answering all your sexual problem issues, medically speaking. Next up.
You need a donkey punch. There you go.
I mean, to me personally, they're giving out Zetas like they're going out of style. I'm getting really low on Omegas. I don't know about you guys.
God, yeah, Megas are worse than Zetas. Jesus.
I mean, I normally have Zetas to spare, and I'm like, oh wait, I have to save up how many of them damn things?
It's like, yeah, for every Zeta you need 13
freaking team.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ghost donated $2. Just said for Finn student loans. Yeah. We're going to need a whole lot of $2 donations just for his medical costs.
Oh my god.
Well, hello there.
Yeah.
You know who hasn't spoken in a while and hasn't spoken much tonight, and I don't know if it's because he's watching the game and is really enthralled with it, is Sir Loki. Sir Loki, you haven't really said much of anything, bud. What's going on?
I'm sorry, I'm doing my GW right now.
Okay, Okay, Smithy D.
Nothing says classic RSG stream like somebody doing Galactic War.
I mean, at least you're honest about it, but shame on you. Shame on you, Sir Loki. You don't seem... I wish I could do that, play the game, streaming, and... Well, we do, but that's when we're showing the game, actually, so... But we're not doing that tonight, Sir Loki. We need your input. We need your insight. Is there anything you'd like to add other than you're just doing your GW?
Well, I mean, like the state of the
game. Don't sound so excited, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm really beat from my traveling, so I'm just kind of, you know.
Oh, traveling, schmaveling, be a man, suck it up, drink some liquor.
No, I mean, I guess I've said this in Discord and line and all that, but you know, I see it both ways. I mean, the way, you know, all of us started, I think, toward the beginning, and there was like barely anything free to play, and we only had one source of crystals, and we've worked our way through it. And you know, now if I were to start the game, it'd be pretty interesting because I mean, everything is like free to play now. I mean, honestly, we got 1,000 crystals opportunity a day now.
You'd go all in on Phoenix. This is gear 12.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's what's funny. You know, I thought about this maybe a week ago. You know, the same people that were putting out free-to-play guides, you know, they've either become game changers or they quit the game, right? So, you know, if you were to search YouTube right now, nobody's put out a really good updated free-to-play guide. And you know, and I
just started the game, and here's how you do free-to-play. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you really want to get some views on YouTube? Put something out. I mean,
is that something we can do?
I'm throwing this out to everybody because if you look at the free to play guide now, they're still telling you to farm wigs. They're still telling you to farm Rex. I mean, it's like, do you even need those tunes anymore? I mean, I don't think you do. I don't think you need a clone team for heroic AAT.
No,
wigs, I would say you still need.
Wigs, I would say is good.
I don't think you need them, man. I think you need Phoenix, and you know,
Phoenix gives you Palpatine, and 2 of the Phoenix would give you Yoda.
Oh, mention my name.
Yeah.
You have.
I think we've had this discussion, but yeah, Phoenix is definitely something you want. I still think Wigs is solid because it's not only ships, but Biggs is one of the easiest ones to get 7-star. The problem is you get pulled in so many different directions in this game. It's really hard to figure out where to start now. Even just I know,
but that's where we're a new free-to-play guide and somebody on YouTube that's coming up.
But it's not just that. It's people are getting into different guilds right now. So just looking at what TB has done in general,
oh Lord,
there is so much guild shifting.
Oh, the guild movement is real,
crazy,
right?
Yeah,
Ranger, could you tell me, is the guild movement real?
It makes my dick hurt.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
I mean, here's the thing, you know. But CG said they don't give a crap about guilds. They've made that very clear. You know, they think it's a good thing for the game, and I think that's God. Oh, CG.
But I mean, there's like so much different things going on right now in the game that the guild that you're actually in, even as a free to play, makes a huge difference. Because the free-to-play guilds, and I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone sees this happening, so it's not really anything new necessarily to anyone, but essentially what's happening is that a lot of the whale guilds are losing people to burnout. So then they're looking for
true statement.
So then they're bringing in some of the people, so like the Kraken guilds are bringing in people from slightly lesser like Orca guilds, and then the Orcas are bringing up people and finding people that are currently in whale guilds, and whales are finding it in dolphin guilds, and dolphins are finding it in minnows, and it's just kind of cascading down to the point where eventually a long-time free-to-play player will end up in a whale guild.
This has been dropping. Sea Life with Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
This has been the trickle-down theory.
Yes, the trickle-down Sea Life theory.
Basically, Finity just...
The Kraken bones connect to the whale bone connect to the orca bone. I just like to say that so far,
Finity basically just made
updated the game. We're in the top of the 4th, but Verlander's throwing a no-hitter so far.
Ranger, you're not supposed to say that.
What do you mean?
You just jinxed your own pitcher.
It's Verlander. I don't think me saying anything will have any effect on that man.
it's still gonna. Now he's not gonna
Yeah,
get.
yeah. Blame me. Yes, because I said something. Whatever.
You can't say that. Don't you know the rules?
No.
What rules?
You don't talk
break
about
your rules
when there's a no hitter. That's a
But
rule.
yeah,
Well, if they get a hit
so
next inning, I'll be the
what
first
Loki was
one.
saying though, the issue comes where even like new players, and not like super new, right? But like people that have maybe been playing for a few months, they hit level 85, they're working on certain characters. If they have any kind of galactic power, people are going to bring them into a guild that may already be doing heroic AT, and they're getting maybe like 20, 25 stars in territory battles. And if you're free to play in a guild like that, what you're doing is going to be a lot different than if you're in a free to play guild that's still working to get
A
rank
AT
hoarding
out of there. Yeah, or rank.
Yeah. Like if you're still working on tier 7 Rancor, if you're still working on heroic AAT, the differences within free to play, even if they all started at the same time, is so reliant on your guild and whether or not you're going to get OG Han, whether or not you're going to get General Kenobi, whether or not you're going to be able to help your guild get those the Rolo shards. Like there is so much variability based on your guild now for a free to play. It's really hard to figure that stuff out. I agree with you, Loki. It would be really helpful, but it's really hard now with the current state of the game.
I mean, hard for what though? So like
tell
hard to be
somebody
free to play.
Like if you're in a guild that's doing territory battles, right? You would probably tell them that they should start working on the Hoth Rebel Scout in order to help their guild, because you can get into one of the phases and just do your AoE and get a couple of ranks or get a couple of territory points by doing the AoE. Or you might farm Captain Han Solo in order to start getting solo charge.
All right, so that kind of segues into our next one, which is TV problems and thoughts.
Boy.
King Felix.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Territory battles, problems, and thoughts.
It's too much. It's too much. I'm not even an officer, but I can tell it's too much. And I think the guild shifting is terrible. We had 2 people outright quit after this last territory battle, and or at least take a long hiatus. And then we had our guild leader step down to just be an Indian instead of a chief. So plus we're doing it less structured. I mean, we've gotten the hang of it, so it's less structured than it was initially, but it's still too much. I mean, when I'm working, I usually don't get my I can't deploy until almost like the 20th hour, because mine's at 2 a.m. for me, because I'm out here in the middle of nowhere.
In Korea.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much day 1, day 2, and day 3 for us is work at your own pace, do this, and then do this, and then do this. And don't do that until the rest of the guild's done this. So you're good.
Even phase 4 is still pretty easy, but phase 5 and phase 6 are like ridiculous. It's just too much.
But it's gonna get to the point where the whole thing's on farm, right? I mean, basically, if you take in gear 12 characters, you're gonna 5 of 6 everything every day.
Yes,
no matter, given the worst RNG.
But if you want to talk about new people coming up, how many people do you think you're gonna lose?
Oh, I have one of my alts sitting in a guild because they couldn't find a player and they needed an alt, and so my alt is sitting in a guild, and my alt did 4 of 6 on the first day, and then it did 3 of 6 on day 2, and I'm getting ready to do day 3, and I'm like, man, if I 2 of 6 this, you guys will be good, and then after that, my characters are better used in platoons, so I'll make sure I'm on for platoons, and I'll just donate my whole roster to platoons. That way, you guys don't have to do it.
Yeah,
my roster is that bad. I mean, it's on an free to play alt. But still, it's like, holy crap, man.
My wife's in the Padawan guild, the newbie guild.
Master Skywalker, what are we going to do?
And I just tell her, I was like, do as much as you can and donate to the platoons and just leave it at that, because they get like 7 or 8 stars or whatever, but it's mostly for alts and like people's kids and my wife. So
yeah, it's no big deal.
Hey Loki.
Loki. I think they're losing more people than they're gaining with their strategy.
Loki. I'll
Yes.
give you 700 potions if you stop playing Galactic War.
I have to finish my Galactic War.
It was 800.
750 potions.
It was 800.
All right, so next item. I think we've kind of beat this to death, right?
Potions.
Is the answer to the Twitter question? The answers to the Twitter question, Mr. Finity.
All right.
It looks like we got a buttload of questions tonight.
That's when we're talking about the game, is the questions.
I know, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat room is like, so when are you guys going to talk about the game? It's like when we get to the question.
Yeah, you guys. So right, eat your freaking vegetables first. Do what we say.
What? Don't listen to Grande. Eat your meat.
You know, I will say one thing, going back to territory battle real quick. If you've been with your guild this whole time with territory battles and you guys are still micromanaging the thing, you need to get out of the guild. I mean, seriously, because if you guys have been playing this long and you're still micromanaging every single platoon, every single battle, and nobody's like on farm yet or on autopilot, I don't know. That's my opinion, because if you guys have been playing this long and you guys still don't trust one another to where you still got to micromanage the whole thing, something's up. So
ours is one message every day that just because we divided the guild up into 4 teams. It says, team 1 and 2 deploy in the middle, team 3 and 4 deploy south, and do combat missions after platoons are filled. And that's what ours is for the.
We have one message that goes out every day and says, "Here's what you need to remember. Here's what you."
Yeah, that's where we're at now. We got one message on phase 6. That's it. Everybody else knows what to do, and and that's what the first couple of territory battles should have been. Is you get coordinated like that, because that's where burnout is, right? Nobody likes to be told what to do. Every single minute, every single hour. I hate looking at spreadsheets myself. I don't like. I'm not knocking the people that have gotten these resources out to people to the guild and to the community, but I'm just saying that if you guys have been together through 6 territory battles and you're still micromanaging each other and telling each other what to do, it's not healthy in the long run. It's like any company that you work for, right? You hire specialists and you hire these senior positions so they can do what they need to do to get to the goal. And as long as you're getting to the goal and everybody's in a relaxed work environment, then who cares, right? So, I've seen burnout from my guys, not only from that, but, just in general. A lot of the whales are just quitting because there's no advantage to being free to play anymore.
The rewards have been awful for even doing all the work that we have been doing for territory battles. It's like I made this huge investment and now I get nothing.
Here's part of the problem, though, too, is that somebody who spends $30,000 in the game,
or 700 potions,
$7,000 in the game, $5,000 in the game. Over this period of time, let's say they went out and they spent, $200 on Mother Talzin. Those people rightfully expect to not be just beat to smithereens on defense.
In arena, yeah, that's what
in arena, right. In ships. You have guys that spent $10,000 to get
over 9,000
to get a Millennium Falcon. And have been pimping a 7-star Millennium Falcon for 9 months. Why the hell are they? Why they should be able to be camped out at rank 1? And so I feel like that's part of the problem with the game is that it's too easy for the nonchalant free to play. I'm not talking about OP, the dude who's like dedicated, dude who's like persistent, who's really super smart. If I get beat by a really smart, dedicated free-to-play player, my bad. Game. I put in cash, you put in brains.
Straight cash.
I get it. But if I'm getting beat by some dude who's taken a 3-month break and come back to the game and has never spent any money in the game, something's wrong. You're giving the person that's spending the cash no incentive to spend the cash.
Hey, weren't we supposed to be doing the?
No, I mean it's good conversation here.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna add to Grande and just say
Foul Balls just donated $2 and he said, I support Grande's well privilege.
No, but there should also be. I mean, we got these free to play videos out. There should be a pay to play. How the hell do I spend the money as a whale? Because I'll be honest with you, man, I know a lot of people that think because they spent $10,000, they should be privileged and they should be rank 1. But dude, their mods suck. They don't know how to farm. They're dumping $10,000 on refreshing the shipment store to get gear rather than
But I can wipe my own ass.
So I mean. That's fine if you spend $100,000 on just collecting gear. That's cool. I got whales in my guild. They don't even have, good mods. And then they think they should be at the top of the arena, and I'm like, no, because your mods suck. So
he said, World Whopper said, smart free-to-play players can actually pronounce words.
Grande can spend monies.
I got one pay-to-play guy in my guild. If you look at his roster, it looks like free-to-play, but you look at his mods, and he's got all plus 20 speed secondary mods, if that tells you anything. So, it's not the roster. Dude. It's not...
Mod dude. There's some dudes that are just... They're mod beasts, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, is that a smart way to spend your money? At this point, I mean, we all know mods are king, so...
They are.
I don't know. Twitter question. Finity.
Mods aren't king anymore. Does anybody want to disagree? Because I'll give you a point. A point.
So I do have to tell you that basically, if you run CLS lead with some relatively okay mods, primaries and secondaries, you could do that.
You can, because I have not remodded my characters for over 3 months. I'm using the same team.
Well, and we probably won't see 6. and 7. mods for quite a while, and the reason why is because they throw the 6. and 7. mods whenever they give us the advertisement video for Mother Talzin, so that way she looks OP, but then whenever you actually get her and you put 5. mods on her, she doesn't look very good. So the reason why you will not get 5. and why you won't get 6. and 7. mods is because they use it to oversell their new product.
Wouldn't surprise me.
All right, question.
Yeah, Twitter question.
Are we actually getting to it?
Thanks, Finn. We only gave you 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I'm saying, are we actually getting to it?
Yes. I just said it. Say, man, read it, Finn. Nah.
Well, hold on. No, go ahead.
What? No.
Nah. So, keyboard. Can you guess what she's spending it on?
Food.
Mm-hmm. Rather than SWGOH, my money will be spent on traveling to college and food.
Okay.
Where is food? She's traveling to food? Where is that?
Anywhere there's
traveling to college.
Sounds European.
She is European.
She is European.
Yeah, I know.
He knows.
Why.
He's saying it is.
All right. So,
I may not be a doctor, but I'm not retarded.
That's right.
If you guys aren't watching the Saturday night streams, you guys should. Grim, rather than SWGOH, my money will be spent on a fleshlight.
Oh,
okay.
It's a good
investment. That's it. That's it. Here comes the ban hammer.
No, right not.
Imatsu wrote,
callbacks from
money would go towards rental fees to borrow Grim's fleshlight.
Okay. Hope it's clean when you get it.
Probably the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
I hope you censor it.
Sanitized for his pleasure. Okay, go ahead.
We need a TV 14 rating on this show.
We need a TV something.
The hell we do.
KP67s wrote, so I suppose my bills is probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's important.
By the way, KP67 is Finity's doppelganger. I'm just gonna say that right now.
That's just racist.
That's it.
You guys,
that's very racist.
I'm not. I said doppelganger. Come on, man.
That's very racist, Grande. You're very racist. You're racist, sir.
It was an uncanny, and maybe it was just the haircut, but I was like, you guys are like twins.
Oh God, I'm bashing CG Grande. Is that gonna get me banned?
Yeah, I think that's a ban for Grande for being racist and Finn for bashing Grande.
And then somebody called it false advertising that they use 6. and 7. mods for the.
Nah, they put the little thing on the top.
Oh, that's false advertising. That is that's a ban.
Yeah, subject to change.
Yeah, that's splitting some real hairs there.
And lastly, is Mr. Harry Carey here?
I sure am. What's going on?
So, Fatality V2's response was, rather than SWGOH, my money will be spent on hookers and Budweiser.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend. I mean, that's the way to spend an evening. I mean, I don't know which one I would go attack first, the Budweiser or the hookers. Hell, why don't we just do both?
All right.
So, Ranger, I'd like to point out that you said he had a no-hitter going, and the first batter since you said that, he walked. So there goes his perfect game. He still has a no-hitter, but good try.
And?
This is you.
Oh, yeah, it's all my fault. I'm sure after the pregame, after the game, they'll be like, well, you know, we were watching the Ranger J on the Reality Ski night, and that's when it all fell apart.
Okay. Question. Are you ready?
Oh, wow. Here we go. Probably have a plethora of questions.
On your mark, get set. Oh, I have to scroll down. Here we are.
Well, okay, yeah.
So, Sahudini Abadullah says,
who?
Question.
Oh
you say Houdini? Houdini Abdullah?
Oh my god.
It says
Saleh Houdin.
Thank you. Okay.
Wow. Sir, you are a racist, sir. You're a racist.
Guys,
just let me roll.
Houdini.
Houdini Abdullah.
There's an S. The word starts with an S, and he called it Houdini.
No, I said Sahudini.
Saul Houdini.
Sorry, buddy. I butchered the crap out of your name. It's all right. I'm just going to start calling you Sal. Okay, Sal asked a question.
God.
He says, R2D2 event today with CLS in December. What do I need to get CLS again? Raid Han, R2D2, Leia,
Old Ben,
Old Ben, and ye old farm boy Luke.
Or you can use Stormtrooper Han, can't you? Saint Han.
Han. You don't get Raid Han.
Okay. Sean G has a question.
Sure.
Do you think Grievous will be required for a special mission on the dark side?
It better not be.
Grievous is probably going to be needed somewhere. Keyboard. How mad are you at CG for the 2-year farms? I think we've already
we've covered that pretty much. I mean,
can't say CG in the title.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
This is our stream. Suck it, CG.
Our stream, you sure can. Okay, so Sal asked another question. He says, what is the minimum gear level for CLS, Gear 7 or Gear 8? You can do it with Gear 7 for your characters with good mods. You can do it with Gear 8 with not so good mods.
Yeah.
Keyboard asked a question. Will I go for Thrawn's unique or will I go for Zeta Barris unique for my next Zeta? My Thrawn is Gear 9 and my Barris is Gear 8.
Depends.
Depends on where you're planning. Well, it depends on where you're planning on using it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're using Thrawn in Arena with three or four other Empire characters, then that Thrawn one makes sense. If you're not doing that, then the Thrawn one doesn't make sense. And if you're thinking you can run a GK lead, then run Zeta Barris. So it's a depends kind of answer. If not, just hold on to that sucker.
Well, yeah. The thing is, Thrawn is viable without his Zeta, even on an Empire team. Barris has no purpose without her Zeta.
She's just a wet noodle.
She is. She's a wet noodle without her Zeta. I mean, honestly, I would say skip Thrawn. Either hold it for Barris or just hold it in general.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're doing for Barris, but I would definitely not Zeta Thrawn's unique. I don't think it has as much purpose right now.
Sean asks a question. Do you think this game will be around another 2 years?
Probably, but
probably.
At what level?
I'm going to say no. Mobile games don't last that long. This is already forgetting about all
Bro,
stuff that we
Candy
say
Crush
about
is
PC,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Forgetting all that.
Candy Crush is still here.
It's got the Star Wars
I know, but
tag,
those are
man.
different types of games. Like these type of games, I mean, the lifespan. This one's already kind of exceeded what you would expect in a lifespan of this kind of game. It is a quality game, but it's going on the Star Wars name. I don't know if it'll last another 2 years. Just simply just based on
relevant. It'd be more relevant to ask if it was going to move platforms.
Or like do an upgraded game engine.
Yeah, like
maybe go to SWGOH 2.
A full-on like PC game is where I actually see this going, and they changed the transaction process a little bit, but I think it'll be around for 2 years because I think it's going to take them forever to learn that they're making their mistakes.
Probably agree. So Sean asked a question. Oh no, I already asked that one.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Morgan asked a question.
Sure.
What do you think about running out of factions for legendary, heroic, and special events? Have you ever been to Wikipedia before, Nathaniel Morgan?
There's a plethora of factions.
I mean, I'm not trying to say that to be flippant or coy,
I think you were.
But there is a lot, and I'm definitely not trolling. Whatever you do, don't ban me.
Yeah, don't ban.
But there are a lot of characters that you probably don't know about that are available and out there that you could do. Plus we're still missing Zombie Han and Carbonite Han. So there's at least 2 more legendary.
No such thing as Zombie Han. Sorry.
Grande, I have a question.
No, Force Ghost Han.
There's no such
thing.
thing.
How can you properly use words like flippant and coy, but you say agreeance and was it monstral?
Monstrosity.
No, that's not what you said.
Monstrosal.
Yeah, monstrusal.
What is that?
It defines logic.
It defines the Grande logic.
You actually use flip in a sentence, and you can't say agreeance correctly. It's not even a word.
It's not even a word. It's
because
Grande's
an expert in nameology.
There's the poor man's name, and I couldn't pronounce it to the point where I just totally butchered his name, and I feel bad.
Yeah, Abdullah is such a hard name to say.
No, it was the first name, Salahuddin.
Saladin.
And it's Salahuddin. Yeah, good job.
I'm telling you, I screwed that up.
Let me ask a different way Nathaniel's question though. Looking at the legendary events that they've introduced so far, do you think they're running out of factions that they can actually use to make legendary events? So we've already used Resistance, we've used Rebels, we've used Phoenix, Empire. What other factions could they potentially use for a legendary character?
Bro, what about Afra? We're still missing Afra. We're still missing C-3PO. We're still missing all kinds of characters, man.
Okay, so we have droids. What would Afra need?
She would be an Empire. She would be an Empire character with Vader.
Dominatrix, anyone?
Yep.
Well, that's the other thing. What do you guys think about... So with these legendary events, I had some that are the opposite faction. So like Empire, or for Palpatine, you need Rebels. But for Yoda, you need Jedi. So like, do you think it should be the faction that goes against who you're trying to unlock?
It would make sense.
Or it should be more like Yoda where he fights Jedi fight Jedi.
I'm good either way. Either way.
We could do some Sith stuff, you know?
Nathaniel Morgan, the defines logic comment was meant to be silly. We understand that that's not correct. It should be devised.
All views and expressions of Grande are not, and actually the views and expressions of Reality Scoop Gamers.
And they're definitely not the views of my employer. So
no.
Just okay. So the next one is keyboard. Keyboard is, do you dream about food? Keyboard. There are all men on this stream right now. I'm guessing food.
Grande, that is very sexist. You're very sexist, Grande. There are women watching this stream right now.
I'm just saying that most of the time men dream about drinks. What were you talking about?
Well, after I left Dallas that night, there was dreams about Krispy Kreme.
So you dreamed about Ranger? Do you dream about food?
No, I dream about titties.
There you go, King Felix. What do you dream about?
I don't have dreams. I'm in Korea.
They've been dashed.
Nightmares. Yes, sweaty. He wakes up in sweaty nightmares. Oh man, I feel you on that one.
Night terrors over here. Okay.
Okay.
Loki, so what do you dream about, Loki?
What do you dream about, Loki?
Lightsabers.
GW.
No, man, I gotta go. I gotta go Tiggo Bitties, man.
Yeah, Tiggo Bitties.
That's
why me and Loki are real men.
I'm gonna tell you, I do not dream about food. I do not dream about drinks.
typically I dream about screwing up really bad where I can't fix it. Straight up. That's
called a nightmare.
Most of my dreams are like, oh crap, how did I screw that up so bad and I can't fix it? To be totally honest.
Dream of food you will not.
So, good old Maurice says, why is no one talking about Asajj Zeta lead with the Nightsisters?
Because nobody cares, except Grande.
No, Asajj Zeta's not bad.
It's not great either.
Okay.
I think it gets lost behind Talzin.
It does.
Mother Talzin, I think, if only Ventress gave the speed, I think it would have been better. But the fact that the
Talzin
speed
also
boost to Nightsisters comes with Mother Talzin also, I think Talzin is just the better lead than Asajj Ventress for Nightsisters. I think Asajj Ventress is a part of the team that would end up being kind of like.
Well, you lose the plague, like you lose the plague spread, and then you lose the resurrection, right? So you lose your Nightsisters from coming back, and then what do you gain from Ventress? You gain the turn meter.
Turn meter and offense.
Is kind of. I mean, offense doesn't really mean anything in Arena anymore. So let's just say that's a wash with whatever. But I think so the turn meter thing is cool, but then the problem is like if you already got all your protection taken away and they're beating down on your health, I don't think you can keep up. It doesn't matter how
you can't go fast enough.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how many turns your Nightsisters get. And
they hit poorly.
And most of them are going to have Thrawn anyway, so you're going to have like a fractured character that's getting attacked. They'll gain turn meter and do nothing with it.
Nah, try say. Nah.
Okay.
Because you usually focus fire on whatever's like fractured. Most
Nightsisters great. So. Just make Asajj Ventress leadership ability into a unique.
Yeah. Like Veer's. Like Veer's unique is awesome.
I think if they didn't give Talzin the speed, I think you would have seen more Ventress leads.
Agreed.
Because the speed is the value there, and they just gave it to Mother Talzin.
We had someone. We need a band there, Finn. Someone's pimping another game in here.
Oh, I got it.
Best game Mafia on.
Damn it! He did it too fast. I couldn't do it.
That's what Finn does. He's the troll extraordinaire.
Dang it! He got it faster than me. Okay, so next is Blake Ward. He says my guild is a 35 to 37 territory battles. 35 to 37 stars. We seem to lose 2 or 3 people per territory battle.
Wow.
Join the club. The last TB, we got 37 stars with 47 of 50 members. Any advice on WTF is going on with the game and why it's so hard to keep a guild full? So you have to always be recruiting. I'm always recruiting. These guys, everyone that is on stream right now, I'm recruiting them. Everyone that's in this chat right now, I'm recruiting them.
Well,
and I have been since day one.
I know. So. Every day I get a message from Grandi. So what do you think? What do you think, Greg? What do you think?
Join the Nightsister clan.
How about now?
How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
Hey, Ranger, I was just driving to work. What do you think?
How about now?
How about now?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, Finn, how about now? How about now, Finn? I'm like, yeah, basically, Sir Loki, how about now? These guys.
He's like, hey, Loki, we speak English here. How about now?
How about now?
Hashtag, how about now?
So basically, I spend a lot of time recruiting.
You know I've been thinking? I know why Grande left the first time. You want me to tell you why?
Yes.
I'm even tell Grande why he left. I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
It's because when they changed the stats, his number 1 hard node battles, it went away, and he got butthurt. Like they took your trophy away, dude. I would be pissed off too. Your 300,000 hard node battles don't even mean anything anymore because it's not there.
I don't have quite that many hard node battles. However,
well, nobody remembers anymore because it's not there anymore. So I understand why you left.
It's still here. I have it. How about now? Hey, Sir Loki. Hey, Sir Loki. How about now? How about now?
I'll give you 600 potions.
Okay. So, Jeff Huffman says,
"What a name!
This is I know he's got a good name. I like anybody with the last name Huffman. I had a coach in high school named Huffman. Good coach. All right, so this is my first stream. Sorry for being off topic.
Sure.
But what about Galactic War being ridiculously OP. Is Galactic War ridiculously overpowered?
It is not, but you do have to be smart about it.
Agreed, completely.
So here's the thing about Galactic War: you just can't run. You can, if you've got the gear on them, you can do resistance all the way through.
Yes.
However, what you need to do then is, like, depending on when your hard nodes are. For me, it's 6, 9, and 11, right?
Yes.
And I've streamed this. Me and Loki have both streamed. Now, Loki's, I think, a crack baby when it comes to GW. Is why it takes him so long. Because he does stuff I'm just like, why are you doing that, Loki? Why are you using that team? Because I want to try it out. No potions for you. But you see me...
So turn meter and goes from
right.
one match to a next inside Galactic War, which means you have to get 1 or 2 arena teams up, potentially a resistance team, potentially a clones team, potentially a Sith team, potentially 2 or 3 rebel teams.
You see me when I run it. I run a rebels team, right?
You have 5 battles.
I run an Empire team. I run a Sith team. I run a Rogue One team, and I run my main PvP team. That's 5 teams. And so what I do is, for all the other battles, resistance, usually I just go resistance for all the other nodes.
Yep.
And then for the hard nodes, I just throw my PvP team in there, like, win. You know? So that's how you have to you have to be smart about it. Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. Let's be honest. GW is time consuming and it's a pain in the ass.
But takes you about 10, 15 minutes.
It does. And, sometimes a little bit longer.
Maybe slightly longer.
Yeah. But it can be done. We'll be streaming the game on Friday. Hopefully Loki can be on while the game's going on. We can talk crap to each other.
Yes.
It would be we're gonna stream Friday night. We're gonna stream Saturday. The game will be on.
So Jeff Huffman, if you want to see how we run Galactic War, we can help you out with that, and then you can kind of
just go back and watch the last Saturday night stream.
Go back and watch. You'll see it.
Well, just yesterday I did GW. Just go yesterday to the baseball stream, and you'll see how I did my GW. I did it twice, and you can see how I kind of went about attacking it. You know what I'm saying? I know, it was clickbait, yeah. Totally clickbait. It was totally clickbait.
Okay, so next question is from Jordan Kennedy. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Where would I go to learn more about ships after neglecting ships since release? I'm not in the greatest place with ships at the moment. So, Jordan
okay. So the thing about ships. All right, we have some older videos out there.
We do.
They're a little.
But I know the best place. Oh,
well, go ahead, Finity, Mr. Ship Expert, who doesn't.
Jedi Academy on Saturdays and ask Darth Bella.
No. That is a good spot, though.
That is a very good
Darth Bella knows her shit about ships. You know?
Agreed.
But honestly, with anything, you want to farm. And so here's a helpful tip. In GW, farm those ships, right?
Yep. Every one of them.
Your unique ships like TIE Advance. Those kind of ships that are only in the ships and the ship token area. That's where you want to farm those ships, right? So it depends on what you want to run. Focus on a team and then go for those specific ships. If you want to be like an Executrix team, go full into Empire. All right. However, you got to be smart about how you farm. You want to farm some of the other ships. So in GW, you can get your Biggs, you can get your Wedge, you can get your Ahsoka, you can get your Jedi Counselor. Some of the common ships, but the ones that you really need that are really badass is the ones that like TIE Advance, the Ghost, the Phoenix, Scimitar. And so depending on the team you want to run, those are the 2 areas you need to focus in on. But focus on a ship and to just
stop buying Zetas and start buying ships.
Right. If your ship lineup sucks and you don't even have the Zeta battle open so you can at least have a chance at Zetas, then you need to might want to stop farming Zetas and just work on ships a little bit so you can put that on farm. And you need to focus on Rebels to do that, right? It's a Rebel ship battle, so you probably need your Biggs and your Wedge and your Jedi Counselor and stuff like that so you can beat that battle. 5-star ships, 6-star ships will be fine for that. You can beat it, and then you can put on farm. Then you can kind of go where it's like, where you're at, you make a judgment call then.
The other thing is that you're going to end up with a hybrid team. what ends up coming out, you know, it's a deck of cards. Is my hand better than your hand? Can I play what my characters can do versus yours? Reinforcement order matters. How you do things. You know, Jordan Kennedy, jump into you know, the Reality Skewed Gamers chat.
Sure.
Hit me up. Hit Finity up. Hit Darth Bella up. We can give you some one-on-one attention in there. Hey, Sir Loki, how about now? Okay.
How about now?
How about
now? 900 portions.
What I was trying to say was that shit used to be right at the top, man, and it got pushed to the bottom, and nobody can see it anymore.
That's what she said.
Okay. All right. So next question we have comes from Foul Balls.
Hey.
This is a question for King Felix. I think this is a great question, King Felix. I think you have a great story to go along with this. Why are you in Korea? Can you explain to Foul Balls why you are in Korea?
I
think I've made it pretty clear, but please.
I know, but not the long story from 1950. Just tell us your personal story about why you're in Korea.
I make poor choices.
Oh God!
So you're saying I made a poor choice?
Did I make a poor choice?
No, you guys chose way better MOSs. I'm mad about my MOS choice.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm in Korea. Anyways, I'm in Korea. I am serving at United States Army Garrison Humphreys, right outside of Pyeongtaek. I've been here for about 18 months. I have about 6 left, and yeah, that's why I'm in Korea.
And what's your MOS?
Foul Balls. He's in the military. What's your MOS?
I am 25 Quebec, which is just terrible. It's
what is a 25 Quebec?
I acquire satellites with these really, really terribly made dishes that the Army is already trying to get rid of, but we still use them because we're a bit slow on the uptake here.
Is your like MOS like a most def type thing? Or you?
No, like, Finn, shut your cake hole.
No, we are not the most death.
You don't see us coming in here talking medical crap, do you? Don't be trying to come in here talking about MOSs.
What is an MOS? I'm thinking most deaf. So I'm not calling most dealers.
Military occupation specialty.
Yeah, it's just a job.
Ranger, what was your MOS? While we're here, while we're thanking everybody for their service, anybody that's on the stream who is in service of your country to help protect and defend our rights, we definitely appreciate you guys.
Oh my
Ranger,
God!
Ranger, what was your MOS?
Oh Jesus!
While we're here.
I'm trying to remember everything. 11X.
Rob. 11X.
Papa. Something. It was like so many letters and stuff because
you had a bunch of riders. You had all these riders on the back.
Yeah, it was like, that was my primary, and I had a secondary too. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, I had by the end it was, and then you had the numbers because once you make a certain rank, it's like 24, 34. Because it's like it's ridiculous. But
so just give us the simple.
I used to jump out of plane and shoot people in the face.
Yes, there you go.
And got lots of potions.
My MOS was 63 Sierra with a whiskey rider. Which basically meant I pulled M1 Abram tanks out of the sand when they got stuck.
He was a mechanic.
And went back and fixed them.
Okay. I was a grade 2 with the Army Corps of Engineers.
You were nothing, Finn. You are a filthy, dirty mongoloid.
I am 100% serious, though.
I am too. You're still a filthy mongoloid.
So I was in the Army too. Yay.
You were in the Ewok army. That doesn't count. You use spears and little slingshots. It's nothing.
That's how I fix the projector.
John Morin asked a question. What is the best way to recruit to your guild? The best way to
cash money.
The best way to recruit to your guild is to recruit your friends, recruit people that you hang around with, recruit people that you lock in your arena, whether it's ships arena or it's regular arena, and that maybe that you talk to in those kind of ways. That's the best way to recruit. The worst ways to recruit. Let's talk about the ways that are a waste of time.
Porn sites.
I don't think
it's a good way to pass time while nobody's responding.
But
Verlander has a no hitter.
So if you're posting a tag on the bottom of one of the forum posts,
how's the game now, Ranger?
I just now saw that.
Hey, Hey,
How
Sir
did
Loki,
he hit that? Jesus
Sir Loki,
Christ.
Sir Loki, how about now? Okay.
Oh, how about
How about
That's
now?
right, baby.
now?
How about now? Okay, so that's what I would say. Don't you want to stand out from the crowd? And however you decide to stand out, if you're trying to recruit a cold recruit, someone you don't know, you need to find a way to stand out from the crowd. So that's what I would tell you. Anybody else have any other advice? Or Loki, do you have any advice?
All the modalities. So there's the forums. Honestly, you can post whatever you want for your guild on the forums. It's
Can't. They
good to have the information up. You're not going to really get people that way.
Go in Discords.
Well, there is a thread on the forums, and it's for players looking for guilds. So there's two different ways you can recruit there. You can either post your guild information and wait for people to contact you. Unless you're like a really high-end guild, it's not going to really work. You'll need to really be active whenever you're like actively recruiting. So like what Grande says you want to do, which is you always kind of want to be recruiting. People might ask you if you have an opening and that kind of stuff. So you want to keep those people in mind. But when you're actively recruiting, you would need to actually stay on the forums. And
Ranger, how about now?
Stay on the forums, look in the thread about players looking for guilds where they'll post their information. And you basically want to be there, like PMing them immediately. So
King Felix, how about now? Okay.
The Reddits, there's a guild Reddit also, which is helpful. There is also the site that our boy Urban is working on, SWGOH
Urban Blaster. Forgot about the Assassin Master.
Yeah.
He doesn't pay for this.
He made a
shit.
site that's SWGOHmatch.com. So SWGOH
SWGOH so awesome. It's like match.com.
And I use that too. And you basically can put your guild information up there. It's still kind of like a developing site. The site is working. It's just we're trying to get the word out. So the site is really cool, though. So you can put the information about the guild. You can search by certain parameters, find guilds that match what you're looking for. So that site is really cool. And then otherwise, like anything on Discord. There's certain ones that don't allow for recruiting, so don't violate
or Line
that.
App.
But
you can pull someone from Line App.
Yep, Line App, Discord, Slack, whatever it is, you can use that. And like arena shards are a great place to try and find people.
Agreed. If you've been effectively locking someone in where they get 500 crystals a day, every other day, or every fourth day for a year, they would probably make a pretty good recruit for you. The other thing is that 50 people are better than 2, which means every member of the guild is a recruiter.
Hey, Grande.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. How about now? Okay. How about now? Okay. So next question comes from T Money.
T Money. Why did she join us in this stream?
This is just sexist. This is just sexist.
Is it really? Okay. I could be disappointed. T Money. Let's see what that.
Right here it says, "What portion of the time do you wear pants on your stream?"
Well,
T Money always with the hard hitting.
Well, T Money, send me a private message after the stream, and I'll be more than glad to discuss that with you in depth.
He normally walks around with Ranger Ruse on because you never know what he's gonna have to.
I mean, most times I'm naked below the waist. I mean, you never know. I mean, why wear pants when everybody can just see my muscles from the top up? So I mean, there's no point. It
takes extra long to put the pants over the diaperoos.
It does. You have to size up.
Don't be jelly because I'm wearing diaperoos. They're super comfortable and they keep me from having to go to the bathroom while streaming.
And they have that extra pocket.
That's
like
right.
Those Root shoes did. Remember the extra zipper pocket?
T Money's asking why it's not sexist. Of course it's sexist. Why can't Ranger be wearing a skirt?
They brought up T Money. As I said, send me a private message after the stream, and I will be more than glad to go in more in depth.
He can't be wearing yoga pants.
This is Love Line with Ranger J.
Yoga pants over his diaper.
What? Now you've gone too far. Now you guys are being sexist. All right, I need an apology from both you, Grande.
That's it. Wait. Whatever you do, don't give me the temporary ban. I might have to walk away.
How about now?
Take a break. How about now? Hey, King Felix, how about now?
They're just listen, Team Money. They're all jealous because they have small dicks and they just try to project on me. It's why they did the whole adult diaperoo thing. It's fine. I mean, Grande is confused about his sexuality because of prison, and Finn's a doctor and he sees it all the time. And it's what it is.
You need to be quiet. I resemble those comments.
How dare you be correct, sir? I find offense in that.
Okay, We have another question here. It's from David Lee.
T-Money, I said at the beginning of the stream that you can come on, send a message to Finn. You didn't listen. I said you can come on. You can come on right now if you want to. That's right. Oh, yeah, T-Money, that's right. Where are you at now? How about now, T-Money? What do you think? How about now?
Okay, so David Lee, any guesses as to the best squads for Guild v Guild defensive squads? So he's saying Guild v Guild or defensive squads
that's a great question, but it's hard to say because we really don't know how.
We don't know. We don't have enough info. I don't.
Yeah,
think,
we really are kind of in the dark. You know, like what's going to
something with Hermit Yoda.
Probably squads that would work, probably good squads that would work for some version of Guild v Guild, or a defensive squad in general in Arena that would work are probably what's going to work in Guild v Guild, right? So
General Kenobi with the Zeris, Hermit Yoda, 5s, and Darth Nihilus
might work out pretty okay.
That's assuming we can throw the same characters in
multiple
8
times.
different squads, right? Yeah,
we may not.
Times.
Yeah, I mean, it may be. I mean, if you look at the shot that we got in the Galaxy of the Universe, you may be throwing up an old school PvP squad. You may be throwing up like a Maul team or a Nihilus team. You may even be like, you may get way deep in your roster and you're like, droids and Royal Guard was good at one point. Let's throw them in right here because that's about all I can think of.
Yeah, I'm not letting you get away with that. How did the state of the galaxy ended up being the Galaxy of the Universe?
What?
Yeah, how does that work, Grande?
You just called it the Galaxy of the Universe instead of the state of the galaxy. What
Sorry,
the hell?
It's okay.
How the hell did you get to that?
That doesn't even make sense, Grande.
I'm sorry.
I think
been a long day.
That was a monstrusel.
It was a monstrous. It was the state of the galaxy posts. Damn.
Galaxy of the Universe.
The Galaxy of the Universe.
The ham of the meat.
Yes, that too.
The blood of the water.
I'm trying to even find
the portions of the portions.
I'm trying to even find the state of the galaxy.
I always like Grande's analogy of making
invite
sausage.
T-Money in here. Get her in here.
I think it's called. Actually, theoretically, I think it's called the Road Ahead post. Is what they called it. I just pulled it up here now.
Oh.
And when you look at the quote unquote Road Ahead post, you have a screen with vertical strips. We know what vertical strips mean. It sort of looks like territory battles, which means it's probably this guild battles, or versus another guild area is probably going to be vertical strips. We don't know if that means you put 2 in and then you put 2 in and then you put 3 in and then you put 3 in. I have no idea.
That equals 9, Grande.
Well, but I mean, do you do it all at the same time or do you do it and then deploy? I have no idea. Who knows? So we'll have to see.
And then,
have to see.
What do you think, T-Money?
Well,
T-Money!
Speak of the she-devil.
I'm not wearing any pants
T-Money's
right now.
here.
Who the hell wears pants on a live stream?
Hey,
I mean, come on.
Well, are you
Come
wearing?
on.
Well, hold on, T-Money. Are you
Hey,
wearing
Money
pants
drop.
right
Hey.
now?
I am wearing pants right
Well, then
now,
what's
but
your
you guys,
excuse?
I didn't expect to be on. I didn't expect
Oh,
to be
that's
on.
not an excuse, young lady.
Well, now you're on, so take it off.
Let's all
Hey.
take your pants off.
Yeah, everybody's take your
T-Money,
pants off.
T-Money,
Not
I have
Grande
one
because he's in
question for
prison.
you.
That could go
I have
really,
one
really
question
bad.
for you.
Yeah.
T-Money, how about now?
How about now? How about now,
How about
T-Money?
now?
What do you think? What do you think, T-Money?
All right.
How about
My
that?
Skype video is not on, is it?
Okay.
My Skype video is not on.
How about now?
I'm actually glad
You think
you
you're
guys-
referring to taking the pants off, Grande?
Yeah.
No,
I was
Grande,
talking about-
please-
I was talking-
Grande,
How
don't
about
take
pants
Grande,
off
please,
now? Are they
God,
off
don't
now?
take your pants off in prison. Please,
How
God,
about now?
I don't want to
The
hear.
how about now comment is
I
about
don't want to hear.
recruitment.
Ah! Ah!
The how about now comment is about recruitment. That's all.
Too
I'm
late. It's
saying.
about pants now.
Apparently, it's about pants. Hello.
Hey, how's
This
it
is-
going?
This is instead of Warrior Presents, now we can have Warrior Pantless. I don't know. On the stream.
I think Warrior's going to punch you in the face for saying that, and I wouldn't blame him.
So, he might be pantless too. You never know, right? I mean,
Did you just say pinkless?
pantless, pantless. He might be pantless. On
Poor
his-
stainless warrior.
I don't know what to do with you. What's going on, T-Money?
More questions, by the way, in live stream chat.
Let's answer.
Yeah,
We got
mostly about
T-Money here now.
pants.
We got the female perspective, which is good.
What the hell is that anyway?
Questions in the stream are just awesome.
What do you think about Nightsisters? Why don't we do that one, Team?
They were pants.
You don't want to ask me about the Nightsisters. I'm not the one to ask about
No,
that.
we
I don't.
want-
I don't have them done. I know we're gonna need them. I don't know where Darkside TB is. I want to know. I just want CG to tell us because I just want to get ready. But we're gonna need the Nightsisters. So I'm doing them. They're all at about, I don't know, 5 or 6 stars right now.
The chat, I gotta love the chat. A bunch of dumb, stupid men in chat. They're like, take off the pants, T-Money, blah, 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 blah.
The pants are off.
Oh, see, there you go, guys.
Grow the hell up.
Seriously.
Everyone listening to this chat.
And they were yoga pants, so she works out.
Oh.
Hooray, we're going to get viewers with nobody actually paying
I know, they're going to be like, this stream sucks. Just clickbait.
Can I tell you my secret shame of the day, though?
What is that?
Sure.
This is where I come to make my confession. So this morning, I got up.
Share my child.
Yeah, I know.
The Lord forgives
I did
all.
not do my Rogue One battle yesterday, so I got up and closed my blinds and my door at work and pulled out my phone.
All right, I'm
so broke
and,
in game.
3
because I forgot. This is somebody already told me this is the most boring story. Anyway, I failed my frickin' Rogue One battle again after pouring like $50 into them this morning in credits.
Who are you running? Wait.
Dude, this is like phase 2 or 3.
Yeah,
or
what's
something.
happening?
POW
Who are
is
you
not a
running?
good character to run in that battle.
I'm not running POW. I don't have I have Chirrut. I don't have Baze. I'm running
What's your
Jin
Baze
Lead. My base is I think it's at 8 out of 330 stars.
Okay,
Sorry.
that
What
might
have
be
you
a
been
character
farming?
you might want to be working on.
What have you been farming? Seriously.
Why did you not spend that money on base shards?
Okay. How's she gonna spend money on base
Refresh
shards?
the shit,
T-Money.
Finn?
Okay, here you go, T-Money. Here's
Finn,
a real
you
question.
mongoloid.
Here's a question from David Lee. David Lee asks a question. He says, what is the best Sith squad to run in PvE content?
Well, it's not base.
Sith squad, bro. Who's our leader? Let's talk.
It
Let's start with
depends.
that.
Either Nihilus or
I like
Maul.
Maul. I like Maul lead still. Zeta Maul, he's still delicious and creamy.
I like Nihilus.
That's
Nihilus
because
lead Maul.
I think Keyboard likes Nihilus because he's always hungry too. See what I did there? Segue.
Nihilus is useless without
Hold up.
Sith Trooper.
I know.
No, but that would be the team.
Dooku.
So it's like Nihilus, Savage.
Oh yeah, you cannot
Sith
have
Trooper,
Nihilus
Sith
lead
Assassin.
without Dooku. No, Nihilus with Dooku is insane, dude.
Yeah, Dooku would be the 5th. So Nihilus, Dooku, Savage, Sith Assassin, and Sith Trooper. Those would be the 5.
That's a good team. I do have
like
to say
Maul.
that I like a Zeta Maul.
I like Maul with Sith Assassin, Sith
Yep.
Trooper.
We call her sassy
Why? Because she's a chick
sassy.
Grande?
because she's
Because
sassy.
Assassin is too hard to say.
Yeah,
because
well, that's
she's a
true. It
little
is
sassy.
Grande. Okay.
I mean, come on. I mean, other characters are sassy too.
Like
I mean,
who?
have you seen? Well, I mean, have you seen Cholo? He gets up there and like shrug.
What are we on
Yep.
the streets of LA? What is that?
Cholo,
Like,
Cholo is
brushes
Captain
the
Han
snow off
Solo.
his-
Hey,
He like brushes
we
the-
gonna go
he like
and
brushes the-
kill, bro.
He brushes the dandruff off his shoulders about every 5 minutes whenever he's.
What?
That's cocaine, man.
Oh,
It's a hell of a drug. Stick us to the ickiest. You want to talk it up with the old boy Grande?
Raid Han's the sassiest of all.
oh, Rain Han is pretty sassy. I do
He's
have to-
so sassy.
He's super
The way he
sassy.
stands, little
I,
butt, it's very cute.
I
Very
like,
sassy.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
I
We'll
wear,
have to have a.
tight
have a-
pants.
we'll have to have
Oh
a-
god, we're gonna have a
You know who has the best butt in the game?
Who has the
me.
best butt in the game?
Wicket.
Admiral Akbar.
hold on.
No way.
Hold
we
on.
already came to this conclusion. It's Wicket.
No way.
How dare
Oh,
you,
well,
sir?
Admiral
Dude, it is
Akbar's
Wicket.
covered,
Wicket has
man.
the most adorable little bubble butt.
Let's go down.
Oh
and look
my
at Wicket.
God!
Let's go down.
A
Okay.
pox on all your families.
Wicket is not bad. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Wicket
What do
does
you
have
mean? What the hell?
It's kind of cute.
What?
Kind of cute. Just gonna say.
What are you talking about, you crack addicts?
Akbar's is covered. How are you
I
seeing
know
Akbar?
Akbar's is not good.
That's a
I
hell
was
of a
gonna
lot better than
Rebel
Wiki's
Officer
furry
Organa
behind. You know,
Okay.
when I see me
Leia-
a wicked,
Leia's all right.
I just can't help myself. That's a fine ass. Ooh, he's got a fine ass.
Do you want to know who has the best male legs in the entire game?
Boba.
No, Gamorrean Guard. Go look at Gamorrean Guard's
Gamorrean
legs.
Guard, what is wrong with you,
for
Grande?
sure. He's a
Go
beast.
do that. Do that
Why
tell
don't you
me.
just throw out another random stupid character? Hey,
Kidding?
you know, R2D2's looking pretty
I mean, without
metallic.
a
Sure,
doubt.
I'm waiting for your George
Like, if-
Takei, man. Come
if-
on, you
if
gotta
we
break
were-
him out.
Oh,
If we were all
my.
honest, we would want to make sweet love to either Zeb or Gamorrean Guard. Like, if you're being honest with yourself, that's what's happening.
I am being honest, T-Money. And let me say this in Spanish. so
Yeah, you lost
understand.
me there.
No.
You'll find yourself one day, sweetheart. It's okay.
No. Well, we know Finn is small and furry. Grandi's anything because he's been kept in captivity too long. I think Loki's like me, a normal human male that looks at females with respect and goes, right.
Best male crotch in the game. Do you know who it is?
Don't even. What are you talking about?
No. Best male crotch in the game.
Nobody
Hey, look,
cares. Nobody wants to
nobody-
hear best male crotch.
We do.
Nobody can call me sexist if I
Dude,
if I
Cad Bane.
No, it's Bistan. Go look at go look at Bistan's crotch.
He's not even a human character, Grande. You
go
are
look
sick.
No,
bastard.
T-Money. Go look
I'm
at
going.
Bistan's
I'm
crotch.
going.
My
Fast as
God.
I
You
can.
should look at Cad Bane.
Oh,
I
what's
thought you were gonna
happening?
look at Lobot. That's who you're gonna look at.
He looks like he's got a diaper on or something. Hey, but probably
Hey, about
not.
that, eh?
Look at. I'm telling you.
Look
Look
right
at
in
Cad
the-
Bane
look
and look
right
at
in
the
the
folds
front.
of his pants. I'm telling you.
Right in the front on Bistan.
I am
like it's like I don't
horrified.
even, like. I think if I took a screenshot of Bistan from the front and I put it on the forums, I might get banned. Like that's how bad.
Okay, full disclosure, Grande, just think. I want you to take a couple minutes here. Just add up how much time you have taken in your personal life to analyze the body parts of the different characters
I
on
hope
this
it's
game.
a low number.
I should be a developer. That's all I'm saying.
What?
What the hell will you be developing?
I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, apparently better legs and crotches and arms on our characters and better faces.
Good old
You
Marie,
can
screw
tell-
you.
you can tell the developers don't really like exercise a lot because so many of the characters are not the developers, but I think the artists have really bad posture. Like check out Sam Wessel's posture.
Yeah.
Like she's
well, she was
definitely
a changeling.
scoliosis.
I haven't even
100% scoliosis.
She was a
hold
changeling.
on. I
I
haven't
think
even thought
could
about
be.
that.
TIE fighter
Sam
pilot.
Well,
Sam
good old
Wessel has
Maurice. Good old
scoliosis?
Maurice just donated $2.
Oh yeah, she's all crooked to the left.
And like
all-
her back's way
How dare
arched.
you, good old Maurice? How dare you,
She's
sir?
all crooked. She's all crooked to the left.
Well, then you
Actually,
tag
you know
her from
whose
the right.
butt is better than Wicket's? It's Lowgrays. Go look
What
at
the
that. thing.
hell is wrong with you,
Oh,
Loki?
there's
You've
too
just
many-
lost all respect. Give me your man points.
So you're saying
Lowgrays, that thing's bubbly, man.
What the hell is wrong?
Wicked's butt is adorable.
Oh,
Isn't it?
Lord.
Like it's big, right?
Yeah,
Bum,
yeah.
bum,
So,
I like big
I'm
butt.
just gonna say,
bum, bum, bum,
Dun,
bum.
dun,
Hera-
dun, 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 dun.
Hera actually has a very nice shaped
Oh no!
hair rear end. She really does, and maybe it's just her
So
outfit.
the
that
baseball
exalts
game
her.
is 1-1 in the bottom of the sixth. The source of sanity here.
Hey, Bimatsu just
I know,
donated
they haven't
$2.
scored
He
yet,
said
so-
to get the stream back on topic, please. Yes, we've.
G-Money, you should come on the show.
I know half the
Really?
audience just
Half the
exploded
audience.
in their
You
pants the
already
other half.
did.
Like
Checked out.
we need to get back on topic of Star Wars
Okay,
Galaxy Heroes. Sorry,
Just
yeah.
one more because I want to
Sure.
ruin the game for everybody.
Sure.
So you can't see it in their character profiles, but TIE Fighter Pilot and General Kenobi. TIE Fighter Pilot looks like he has a vertebrae missing, and General Kenobi looks like
Well, hello
he
there.
has no sternum, like his ribs are all collapsed in
Well,
or
he's
something.
wearing
Like he's holding
armor.
his lightsaber. But why is his armor doing that to him? Like that's it too. It's like if he's wearing armor,
But do you
then
want him to
that's
get shot with the laser and die? T-Money, is that what you're saying?
The stormtroopers would miss him anyway.
That's true. But he was fighting against droids mainly.
but his
Roger.
his shoulders are like 3 inches apart. It's weird. Have you guys noticed that?
I'm looking now.
No, not really. I hadn't really looked at that. I don't look at furry asses or scoliosis or
Why would you
crotch.
lie? Why
I'm
would
being
you
straight
lie?
honest. I
Oh,
don't
you're
look
a
at that.
faithful fucking. Sorry.
You can say fuck it.
Oh,
You can say
damn,
it.
she went there.
Sorry.
Holy
It's not Saturday night.
Banned.
That's a ban.
Oh,
That's
you know
a
what?
3-day
I
ban.
will say this. I will
Sorry,
say this.
Ranger.
You know who has the best crotch area, Grande? It's
No,
Gar
nobody
Saxon,
cares.
man.
What are you talking about? Stop.
I was seeing that.
Did you say that? Dude, but he's got like camel toe, though.
Camel toe, really?
So Gar Saxon's first name might be ambiguous.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Foul Balls just donated $2.01, and he said, "Back to Grande cockroach crotch talk, please." Okay.
Can't men get camel? Like, wouldn't you guys get like more camel toe?
I think it would be kind of a humpback of Notre Dame kind of thing going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's more like a walrus top of the mouth type thing.
Yeah.
Really,
That's a good analogy, Finn.
It's a walrus top of the mouth.
Because it's more than one hump. So yeah, scientifically speaking, I don't think so. Yeah.
It kind of looks like a turtle's head coming out of the shell.
Yeah. No, that's the other end, Grande. You just went the wrong way. All right, so we got $2 from good old Maurice. Says, "Don't forget to mention Tuscan Shaman's cavities." Okay. And
Wait,
then Dumachi said, "Screw it, I'd do Ayla all day long."
Nice. So I'm still trying to find Gar Saxon's camel toe.
What are you talking about? Stop it!
Oh my gosh!
I'm trying to find Gar Saxon's
It's right
camel toe.
there, man. Holy crap, you can't miss it.
I saw it.
Deep snort was that. That was not me.
No,
So
I don't know who
somebody.
it was.
So is it a rumor that has cavities?
No.
I don't know.
It was probably me. Who has
It's probably-
cavities?
What do you mean?
Tuskens.
Yeah. Good old Maurice
Remember-
just said,
Remember,
Tuscan
like,
Shaman's cavities.
The devs
Tuscan-
were like updating the
Oh,
artwork
man.
on the legs.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, look, if they didn't actually make patch notes that says we're going to update the thickness of the legs, like we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But they've actually said before.
well, so do you think that was initiated by some of the artists that wanted to change, or somebody really spent the time, posted it on the forums, and said the legs of the clones are too skinny?
I mean, it had to have come from somewhere, man.
But do you think it was player initiated, or just the artist wanting to correct something?
It may have been the artist that felt like it was not proportionate. I got to tell you, Cody has been doing calf day a lot. Go look at Cody's calves.
Really?
Man.
Okay, let's compare all the clones.
Grande, prisons changed you.
Because they should be exact, right? They, I mean, maybe not. I guess not.
Cody's got some freaking calves going,
I
man.
bet you noticed too, Grande. Any other
He
male
did.
parts that you noticed on other characters that we should know about?
So, Rex is bald.
You like that, don't you? How about now, Grande?
How about now?
What are you guys going to be for Halloween?
I'm supposed to make a female beast from Beauty and the Beast for one of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I made a toothless costume already. One of my kids wanted to be the from
Cool.
How to Train Your Dragon. We did a toothless costume, and then today I dropped 2 kids off as nerds at school. That was pretty cool. And one of them wants to be Red from Halo. From the Halo, so we're
It's a
working
legitimate
on
strategy.
We're looking for Red.
Oh, you rocket whore.
Are there any more questions? If you ask a question, I will.
They're in the Skype chat.
Oh, there's more in the Skype chat now?
Yeah, I'm posting them there instead of the
So you
the
confuse
Discord.
Grande.
So T-Money
Are
can
there,
Womprat,
are there any
sorry,
ones without?
Womprat asked a question: does it bother anyone that the droids breathe? Ooh, this is a good one.
They
Oh,
don't
that's
breathe.
cool. Good
What?
They
call.
used to. So the droids did used to breathe. Did they actually? I thought they changed that at one point. Where the droids
I'll
don't
check.
breathe anymore.
Roger, Roger.
So R2D2 does not breathe.
No. See,
HK
R2D2 doesn't.
But yeah, all the other ones, 88, HK, does B2 breathe?
I don't think
They
so.
do. They do. So I
the
got
old
88
ones-
breeze, 86, K2.
Yeah, the bipedal ones.
Chopper does not breathe, but Grievous does.
I agree. I think Grande is
really...
going to dress as a Night Sister this year.
Well, Grievous has lungs. Hold on. He's supposed to.
B2 does not.
Yeah.
Ooh, so here's a good question. This one comes from.
Grievous does not identify as a droid.
Hmm.
So
He is a droid in the game.
Dark Lord 69 asks a question. I'll ask it to the group, even though it's asked to me. It says, "How do I mod Death Trooper?" So.
Oh baby.
Well.
Death,
Anybody?
Sir Loki. How would you mod
I'm
Death
trying to remember because I don't have it in front of me right now. I think I went damage.
Fast and squishy.
Fast
so
and
if you're gonna run Death Trooper, you're always gonna run Thrawn, right? So you want Thrawn to obviously be one of the fastest on your team, and then why I tell you to mod him squishy is so Thrawn does turn meter swap on him with the AI in arena. So then he gets the grenade off right away. So I would just say fast and squishy.
And his death mark does nice damage too. I love running him with like I don't have enough crit damage sets to give him one, but I put a speed set with a crit damage triangle on him. And my favorite thing to do with Death Trooper, I say this like every show because I miss him so much, is to hit somebody with death mark and then fracture with Thrawn right after, and it just gone. It's a wonderful feeling.
Oh, look
Not
at
if
that.
you do it to Zombie, because then Zombie.
I can't believe he hit that. Both these home runs tonight has been crazy, dude. Did you see where he hit that ball?
Did Corey Seager just homer? Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Okay. Mortal Womprat asked a question.
Okay. Is it about yoga pants or furry butts?
This is a would you rather question, okay? So would you rather hear that, and we're gonna ask this last of Ranger. So anyone else but Ranger can answer this question.
I'll do it. I damn well won't.
No, I will ban you.
You can't. I have more power than you.
So would you rather hear Grande talk about SWGOH mods or EA Forum mods? Finity, would you rather hear me talk about forum mods or would you rather hear me talk about mods in game?
I would say mods in game because some of them are pretty cool dudes.
Okay, I would agree. Sir Loki, what do you think? Would you rather hear me talk about mods or would you rather hear me talk about forum mods? I don't think I talk about forum mods.
I love your modding sessions, man. I'm gonna say the player mods. I'm gonna say
thank you.
We gotta have the Nightsister remod stream when the zombie and the other thing comes out, huh?
There you go.
Can we get Grande to redo Rangers Phoenix? I think that's requested every time we do like 4 hours.
Every time they're like Ranger, can Grande redo your Phoenix team mods? He would actually like win something without having to do it 57 times if he'd let me remod him. But that's okay. Ranger, what do you think? Now you're allowed to speak.
I would just like to say that I hate Grande. I think I would rather listen to Paint Dry.
Okay, so then Wilderness La Central, I guess is how you would say that.
I have not. Oh, we're supposed to give him another.
Cervical Crusader.
Cervical Crusader.
Is that really his name? Okay, why does Old Ben's mind trick work on droids? That's a good question. You would think that droids would be immune to mind tricks.
Well, they are dumb.
What's the bet between Sir Loki and Ranger?
We never came up with one because Sir Loki's been busy.
Ooh. Who's going to win?
I think if I win, then.
Oh no, we're not doing that now. With you about to be up to nothing. The time is past.
No. This is a fun one. I think if I win, then Grande has to remod Rangers roster, and then if
that's
you win,
work
then
for me. Like you're going to make my head. I'm not even in this bet, and somehow I like it. And
I like a Texan that doesn't even like any of the team.
Doing this for the viewer. We should have whale chat, like whale on whale remodding. That'd be pretty fun.
What a whale wants, what a whale needs.
You're gonna put a 20+ speed with 120 offense on it. Well, here I'll one up you. I'm gonna put 124 speed and 70 defense and 12% potency.
Did you say 124 speed?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I said 24 speed. I did not
Pretty sure you said 100.
I did not say 120. I did not say.
And that mod, you should never lose anything ever again.
He is the whale amongst whales. You have a 20 speed. Screw that. Here's 124.
I said 24, not 100.
That's called winning.
It's called winning. Yeah. Hey,
Tiger blood.
Hey, Ranger. Hey, Ranger. How about now?
How about now?
How about now?
How about now?
How about now? Oh
Definitely
my gosh.
not now, dickhole.
If Ranger wins, then Grande has to join his guild for one territory battle, and if I win, then Grande has to join my guild for one territory battle.
That would never happen.
I end up leaving both ways. Like, how do I lose no matter what happens?
We're getting the whole crew involved, man. That's just fun.
That won't happen.
Hey guys, I'm here for one territory battle. I lost the bet.
They would punch you in the dick.
They'd be fine with me coming. They'd be happy with me leaving.
Like, hey, Granny's back. Oh, he left.
And they'd be like, what happened again? It would be like not very cool.
I'm getting a lot of questions about yoga pants now and shit. What the? Guys,
Jesus,
seriously,
everyone wears it. Where do you live that people aren't wearing yoga pants all the time?
I know.
I do not wear yoga
there's this thing called yoga, and people do it. I work out and stuff. I mean, you should try it sometime.
And 90% of the people who wear yoga pants don't do yoga.
I'm pretty sure T-Money does yoga. I'm just saying.
10%.
So there are male yoga pants.
Yeah.
And I own a couple.
Yeah, I know. I learned yesterday.
I don't think you do, Grant. I think you're a filthy liar on that.
Do you want me to show you a picture of me in my yoga pants?
Yes. Yes. Actually, I want pictures of that too.
So we do no-gi Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and if you're doing no-gi Brazilian jiu-jitsu, then you wear like spandex pants. My spandex pants happen to have Asian style art on them.
Why they got to be Asian?
Because it's a martial art, man.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's not why.
That is
not why. That is not why.
It is. It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu originally came from Japan.
Yes, I know. I practiced the ancient tradition of it, the original form of jiu-jitsu.
That's not why you're.
And we wear things called gis, not yoga pants.
Because then you can write things like slut, and they look nice.
No-gi.
But no
ancient forms of warfare are not why you have decorations on your pants, Grande.
I thought they looked really cool. I was like,
exactly.
That's my favorite.
Exactly.
I was like, that's an awesome looking
There you go. There you go.
My favorite though are jeggings. Those are my favorite. When ladies wear jeggings, I love it.
Yeah.
What the heck is jeggings? What the heck are jeggings?
They're like
they're leggings that look like jeans.
Dude, they're yoga pants jeans or leggings that look like jeans. Like they look like blue jeans, but they're, they got that. I love it.
There's everything that's wrong with our country.
We know what Loki is dreaming about tonight.
It's like, why did we fight? Why did we fight, King Felix? What did we sacrifice for?
I have no idea why I'm here.
You sacrificed so Loki can dream about jegging. I hope you're proud.
Not really. No, you've just made it worse, Finn.
That's
good. Worse would be if I told you that I dream about Wicket.
That's already been established, Finn. We know you're a dirty mongoloid. I mean,
I know, but Wicket's butt in jeggings. I mean, that's pretty.
I think it's Low Gray now, man. Low Gray's looking pretty good. I think Boba Fett's got yoga pants, man.
I don't know, man.
Seriously, did I screw this up somehow?
Nope. Yes. T-Money.
Oh.
What's that?
It's all your fault.
How's it T-Money's fault that you guys think furry little asses are
because as soon as she came into the chat, everyone wanted her to
putting this on T-Money. Nah, T-Money didn't do a damn thing.
That is not what happened. That is not what happened. This is what happened. I asked Ranger, how often do you wear pants?
I know. Did you see what happens, T-Money? It went right to the damn Ewoks' asses.
That's lame that you guys wear pants. And then
everybody was obsessed with you taking off your pants.
No, you guys turned it on Ewoks heinies. That's all I'm saying.
Infinity is going to Photoshop a picture of Grande wearing yoga pants in his Nightsisters porn promo.
Yes. Thank you, Finn.
I don't know if I want to see that. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't want to see that.
My wife thinks I look hot in those pants.
Well, God bless her. Somebody has to.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
She's like, you need to wear them pants more often.
I bet she does.
Oh my God, we're not even talking about the game. This is total clickbait. This is clickbait.
We're totally clickbait. Yeah.
We're swuggle clickbait.
Does your wife walk around with a white cane?
No, my wife does not walk around in a white cane.
Because that's the only way she could think that you'd be hot in yoga pants.
telling you, whenever I get ready, because we normally do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu real early in the morning, like 4 o'clock. So I come back probably about 5:30 and work on getting the kids together. And whenever I come back, sometimes I'm wearing no-gi, and she's like, I like those pants. That's all she says. Early in the morning.
If you're doing brilliant,
So your wife is the
Jiu-Jitsu every morning, you're looking good in yoga pants. That's what's going on.
Your wife is the master of sarcasm.
I've never worn yoga pants. Just saying.
My wife.
No, because I have male genitalia, so yoga fans don't work.
Although a buddy of mine wants me to do hot yoga. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
It's a little different.
Doing some hot
yoga, man. That's
yeah,
hard.
but you don't have to wear yoga pants. You're an adult. Let's go.
Yeah,
there's 133 people watching.
Hey,
they're
man.
all watching.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No, you this is apologize for because the other.
So for in PvP from.
Yes.
Ability
is first order in PvP.
Okay. Is first order rescuable? There it is. First
now
order
without a huge rework.
Yeah, man, it's gonna
happen. Depends.
No, it depends, man. They're pretty awful.
Well, look what Talzin did to the Nightsisters.
That's what I'm saying. They need a rework. Didn't you hear me? I said rework, right?
I'm saying
make you give names that make you say
they need to do Snoke.
Snoke's
leadership could bring everything back without a rework.
Dude, we could get Kylo.
The faction already reworked a little while ago.
We could get Kylo without a mask, and Kylo without a mask is like,
I think we need Kylo in yoga pants.
I think you guys need to read what Ali Boba just put in the live chat.
You need to learn how to spell.
That's a pretty good summary of everything we discussed today.
Your mother is a wise woman.
She is wise beyond her years.
If your mother is giving you that argument, have her talk to Ranger. He was a former army. He'll clear it up for you.
Yes. You get 700 portions.
And with a whiskey writer.
You don't want none of that.
Anyway, it's not going to be a first order rework. It's just going to be new characters with General Hux.
I think
You're
so.
probably going to get Phasma with her little spear thing.
Her cape and her spear, and you're going to get Kylo with a scar.
Kylo Ren.
Probably. And Snoke.
Potentially Snoke. Snoke may not really be. If Snoke comes in it, Snoke is like definitely a support character similar to Hermit Yoda.
It depends on how much they reveal about his character in the movie.
Here's a whole new game. The Knights of Ren could come.
Yeah, we could get a whole new faction tag.
We only have 7 of them.
And you could, we could also get that red-looking Royal Guard. That's a First Order Royal Guard.
The Praetorian.
Praetorian Guard.
What's he called? Praetorian Guard. Thank you.
Praetorian, not Praetorian. They're not paternal. You punch.
No, they're from Pretoria.
To take off the old Praetorian Guard from the days of Rome.
And then, and then you could get. We're probably going to get a whole bunch of First Order ships as well. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
No, we won't. We only have 12 ships in the game. Like they're not adding more ships.
I would like to see them.
The thing I hate.
We have too many ships. We'll stop with the ships.
We don't. We have too many ships, Finn.
No, we don't have too many ships. I have.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I only have
we're done with ships.
Heart
no more
farm.
ships. Let's actually get content that works first.
I only have 2 ships that aren't unlocked, and
I only have 1
unlocked.
And
we need a little bit more in ships if we're going to make it work.
I haven't unlocked Kylo's shuttle yet. I'm not like Ranger.
We need Anakin's fucking ship.
Let's make sure territory battles doesn't crash.
I was the only girl in here at the potty mouth.
What are you fucking talking about? I've been cussing all night, Grande.
Thank you, Ranger.
I was talking about Ranger. I don't know who you guys thought I was talking about.
Oh, Grande.
And you can't ban me.
I am not swearing just in case there are 12-year-olds watching and somebody's mom gets mad at me.
They can send their email to
What are they gonna do?
RangerJ1999 does not give a shit.
Yeah, Grande, what if they show up at my apartment?
Oh.
Be like,
yelling
hi.
Me for swearing on YouTube.
What if they came out with CLS's ship, his X-wing fighter, and it like annihilates everybody, and it dodges and it dispels and it
AoE annihilate.
What if it could annihilate the other capital ship? That's how badass it is.
There is a first order. There is a first order Star Destroyer. Kaguru.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I remember.
We need the Lego Star Wars Arrowhead.
Oh.
It's not canon, but it's the one that slices all of the capital ships in half. It has like the big kyber crystal. Yeah, the kyber crystal inside. No, nobody watches cartoons but me.
No, you're the only one, T-Money. I know exactly.
I watch Teen Titans.
I'm sitting here going, yes, that's right. Yes,
hey,
I like your idea.
Speaking of cartoons,
it's over 1,000 pieces of Lego. I just built it.
Speaking of cartoons, has anybody been watching the new Rebel series?
What do you mean? Have we been watching the new Rebel series?
I'm a 6-year-old.
I watched them all yesterday because I didn't know it.
There's three up. There's 3 up now.
3 up now. There's 4 episodes. What is wrong with you?
There's 3 episodes up now.
There's 4.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I just watched them all yesterday.
God, Grande.
They're done with the series, guys.
It's over now.
It's done.
Spoiler alert, Vader wins. Yes, there's 4 episodes.
So we had the 2 Mandalore episodes.
Yes, and there's 2 of the next one.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I think Mandalore's in the name of the 2, and we got leaked that like a year ago or 6 months ago.
Yes,
I don't think I'm spoilering too much by saying that. Spoilering. Hey, by the way, Agent Callus is in there. The real Agent Callus, not the Agent Callus that.
What the
real...
hell are you talking about, Grande? Are you actually talking about the same series as that we are watching?
Yeah, Agent Callus, the real Fulcrum.
He was not the real Fulcrum. He was a Fulcrum.
No,
he was the second one.
He's the real one.
No, Lady Tano was the real one.
I didn't say original.
That's what the real one means. What, she's a fake one? She was pretending?
Grande, go buy Ahsoka's book on tape.
Yeah.
Listen to it, please.
She's the OG. You could just
go buy it on tape.
Will the real Fulcrum please stand up?
I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, Ahsoka's Fulcrum.
Yeah, we know. Spoiler alert. If you're looking at Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and you don't know that Ahsoka is Fulcrum, I think you haven't been in. Okay, so another question from Dark Lord 69. Sir Loki, with your theory crafting that you have done and your best phone calls. Sorry. And your best 2 comps with Mother Talzin lead. So offense mods or speed mods. So basically, what are your top 2 comps with Mother Talzin as leader? And do you use offense mods or speed mods on Mother Talzin?
That's a good question. Okay, so one of the best ones right now I've run. I hit her behind GK lead with Barriss.
Yeah,
so GK lead, Zeta Barriss. You can do Thrawn and then R2 and then Mother Talzin. So, the meta right now is either the Rebel counter CLS lead or it's GK Zeta Barriss, right? Mm-hmm. So I haven't had any issues with CLS-led teams, and it's because if you can get R2 fast enough to stealth everybody, then you don't have to worry about the counterattack from CLS lead. But going back to Mother Talzin,
but you're running a crap ton of speed. I'm just looking at your mods right now. You're running a crap ton.
You know what? I mean, honestly, I always say this in every stream. I don't think speed means anything anymore, at least on my arena shard, because I got guys with like 220 sped, CLS leads, and it doesn't matter. And they got really slow Han Solos, so Han Solo's just there for clickbait, and he just counters everybody. It's just it is what it is now. But
you're running Mother Talzin with plus 226 speed right now.
Wait a second. You said plus?
How much?
I
don't even know what. 126. I think it's 126.
126. Right? Yeah. So you have 248 speed total. With 126 as the ad.
No, that was very confusing.
Loki's using one of those plus 124 speed mods.
Yeah, I thought Loki had the plus 124 speed mod on there, and I was just about to be pretty
that's a beta mod I'm testing right now. So seeing if it's viable, but it still gets beat by CLS. So It's not really that great. But anyway, going back to the question, there's what I've been playing around with. Actually, that's a really good point in the question about the offense. So here's what I'm finding out is if you can mod Mother Talzin a certain way to where, so her AoE damage, it goes through protection, right? So if you can get offense up on her, like a lot of offense, but not a lot of crit chance, you don't want it to crit. But if you can push the offense to like where it would hit for maybe like 6,000 or something like that, and it goes through protection, then you've already crippled the other team possibly into yellow health, and then Plague lands, right? So I've been playing around with that. The only problem is if you don't get her fast enough, then she never does anything, right? She just sits there. But I find the most effective way to use her is you got to get her AoE and Plague off really quick before the team can put Tenacity up, or before the team can do any kind of sort of evasion up, or any kind of buff that would deflect or resist the landing of the Plague. So the best way I found to do that is simply like with R2 and Thrawn. You can play with that tandem a little bit, have R2 stealth, then Thrawn gives Mother Talzin turn meter or what have you, and then she does her AoE, right? You can get it off quick. That's against a CLS Rebel team. Now, on the flip side, here's the problem. If you use the same team against GK lead with Xeris, then that whole strategy goes out the window, because the problem with her AoE and Plague is she does the AoE, she lands the Plague, and then does damage. But then if they're running a Zeta Barris with a General Kenobi lead, when they do damage, then that whole team is going to get health back because of her Zeta. So you pretty much landed Plague, did damage, and you healed everybody else up to 100% health, and you lost the Plague that whole time. So I find that you're going to need some kind of a Death Trooper or an Anakin or a Sidious with like healing immunity of some sort. So you can kind of stop that team from healing, and then the Plague can go to town and do its thing. So those would be the two best teams I've found out, is you got to utilize some kind of healing immunity against General Kenobi and Zeta Barris, and then against the Rebel team, just get the Plague to land quick, because nobody mods for health. So CLS is going to have like 18,000 health regardless. I think he's going to have like 45,000 protection or something. But and then Han Solo's still going to only have like maybe 15 to 20,000 health. It's not that much, and he can keep going. So I'm still playing around. I'm going to wait for the I'm probably going to go all in on the zombie. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see.
Hey, Loki.
Yeah.
What about now?
No, I'm just watching the game. So. I think we just got on
for Mastros.
I'm gonna sneak away, guys. I have a super secret something.
That means she's gonna go watch anime. That's all that means.
I know you do.
Make sure you put on pants.
Yeah.
So you put some pants on.
Yeah, put some pants on.
Yeah, this isn't a pants on kind of thing. So
we'll
see you guys later.
See you later, bye.
Okay, well.
.com/T Money's house, dude. That's the URL.
She's just going to go take a shower.
Make
sure to strap in your flashlight for security.
Oh God.
You can subscribe to my channel if you want. It's $49.99 a month. Fleshlights.
That's pretty good.
/tmoney.com. That's
that's a good.
Bye, guys.
That's a pretty good deal.
If she gets enough gold, she'll take off.
Love you, Ranger. Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. Is there any more questions? Oh my God.
I think we're done. I think we went so off the rails.
We
tonight.
did, but I think everybody loves it when we go off the rails.
It's fine.
A little bit. It's
fine. Go every once in a while.
But it is hashtag pants off event. T Money.
Look at that. We just got 3 thumbs down for T Money leaving. Oh my God. T Money, come back.
We'll give you 1 million potions.
All right. Who's pimping tonight?
Who wants to pimp tonight?
I don't know. Let's ask T Money who she's with.
She's not. She's gone.
Let's have Finity. Let's have Finity pimp.
Yeah, Finity hasn't pimped in a while. Let me get to the ending. There you go. Now you can pimp.
All right. So this is Reality Skewed Gamers. We have the longest running live SWGOH stream currently on the market. So we're glad that you guys were able to join us. We do the stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have a Saturday stream in the mornings. It's a Jedi Academy at 10 a.m. We won't be having it this week, right, Ranger?
Most likely not. The Jedi Academy probably not. I got a lot of stuff happening this week, and it's just too much. The late night stream, yes.
Okay.
But the early morning stream probably not this week.
Okay.
But I'll keep you posted.
So we regularly have the stream Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And click on the little bell icon so you guys can get the notifications. Even if we don't have the Jedi Academy stream, if you guys hop onto our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see an event that basically tells you that we won't be streaming that day. So definitely make sure you check that out. Links for the clip of the week is in the description as well, so you guys can always check that out. Saturday night, we have a fun stream where Ranger, Loki, me, and the chat will usually go through Galactic Wars, territory battles if they're available. Just have some fun. There's also the World Series going on, so there's definitely going to be discussions about that. So it's just an all-around fun stream, and a lot of the stuff we're talking about today that you may not have understood, for example, the fleshlights and mainly the fleshlights, is stuff that we do on the stream with just fun. We also do it through Mad Libs, so you guys can join us for that. Otherwise, hop on the RSG Discord. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. You can go ahead and get a hold of myself or Ranger or anyone there. The entire community is really helpful, so if you have questions, they'll be definitely there to answer. If you donate $20 or more, you get access to the VIP channel there. So you can donate either through the super chat function during the stream, or if you go to our YouTube channel, in the top right, you'll see a little PayPal icon, and you can always donate through there as well. Otherwise, I think that pretty much covers it. Follow us on Twitter. It's Reality Skewed Gamers, but it's spelled a little different. So Reality, REALITY, Skewed without the vowels, so SKWD, and then Gamers without the vowels, GMRS. So Reality, SKWD, GMRS is our Twitter account, so you guys can follow us there. It's where we post our pictures, or our Twitter questions before the stream and get our answers. So follow us on that. You'll get notifications of when we start live streams there too. And that's pretty much it.
Sounds good. All right. So on behalf of myself, Team Money, King Felix, Sir Loki, the lightsaber builder extraordinaire, Grandy Pappy, Brown Gandalf Patron, and of course, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the troll extraordinaire. Thank you for everybody for being here, and we'll see you on the next stream. I'll let you later. Bye.